FM Floresville and SASportsStar.com. San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, according to a French journalist, Victor Wembanyama underwent surgery to address the deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. French, however, are hopeful that Wemby will participate in the Eurobasket tournament this summer. San Antonio Spurs return to action tonight in Cleveland. They take on the team with the best record in the East, second best record in the NBA, and the Cavaliers. Tip-off there set for 6 o'clock. The Blitz live from Circa starts now.
This SportsCenter update brought to you by Twin Peaks.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Live at Circa, Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Sweet 16 round of the tournament. Opening day of Major League Baseball. Work.
Unbelievable day here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Beautiful. Nice, almost clear skies. Doesn't matter. It's perfect out here at the pool. Circa, Las Vegas. Doesn't get any better than this.
Yeah, 84 degrees outside here in Vegas. No rain. I hear it's raining cats and dogs back in San Antonio.
Is it? Yeah.
It was raining crazy yesterday when we were getting out here.
Well, what's crazy, I'm watching Stadium Swim, this beautiful big monitor, and they're showing the Houston Open or whatever they're calling that thing.
Yeah.
Now. And it's raining there. Sucks to be them.
And, in the forecast for next week with the Final Four in San Antonio and the Valero Texas Open, forecast looks fantastic for next week. And, it's perfect here in Las Vegas, Circa Las Vegas. Had a great time yesterday, but, man, some interesting news that will steal a little bit of fun as we try to figure out what is going on with Wemby. Depending on the reports, is expected to or has had surgery for the blood clot deal.
Yeah, was it La Peep or whatever it is over there
French newspaper.
in France. They're saying that there's one that says he is expected to. Another report says he's already had surgery just to take care of that blood clot in his right shoulder. That's about all we know, though. We just saw that news about an hour ago, and that's all we know. We'll keep you updated when we get some more.
And it was announced by the French national team, not the San Antonio Spurs, which – not a surprise that the Spurs wouldn't announce that. And I imagine they're not happy right now that, that was announced by the French national team, but also the idea that get him ready so he could play for the national team this summer for Team France.
Well, that's all they care about.
Yeah.
Just get well and play for us. So it doesn't sound like it was anything serious. Doesn't sound like it's anything that's going to affect his career moving forward. But something that was necessary to take care of that blood clot. And hopefully everything's going to be okay, and he'll be back to basketball pretty soon.
Well, and again, I know the French national team is important to him. But I care about, are you ready to go in October for the San Antonio Spurs as we are getting around this this period and start winning next year? I was talking to one of the guys here at Circa Las Vegas earlier today, and it went from how Kawhi screwed this thing up. This is a guy that's never actually been to San Antonio, he was telling me, but, and then this year, the expectation for the Spurs with Wemby and where he had put a little bit of money, but next year, and that, and it's like, all right, we just got to, let's get to next year. I'm tired of next year. Get healthy, Wemby, and
get him some help, Spurs.
Yes.
All right, do that, and everything will be fine. I'm just glad to know that there's somebody that's not a Spurs fan per se that knows that Kawhi is number 2.
Yes.
So that's all that matters. Everybody in the country ought to know that Kawhi is number 2.
Well, and it's funny because this guy was telling me, he was like, yeah, you see if he's playing now and how well the Clippers are, but, he won't be able to make it through the playoffs because he never plays. Just interesting. The perception isn't just from San Antonio when it comes to that dude, but also the expectation for the Spurs to be back in the mix sooner rather than later. This year, it's like anybody else that loses their star. your hopes generally just go down the drain. But even when Wemby was healthy, they weren't playing at the level that many thought that they should be.
Well, exactly, which is why this team needs some help. And I'm going to be very interested to see what the Spurs do this offseason, not only in the draft, but by all accounts are going to be in the lottery. They'll get a good draft pick. But what else are they going to do to improve this ball club? Because I don't want to see Wemby wasted. I don't want to see his young years wasted. I want to see this guy achieve what all of us want to see him achieve, and he's not going to do that. I'm sorry, with the team as currently constructed.
It's crazy. So much to talk about today. Opening day of Major League Baseball, national holiday for some. I know a lot of people taking off work, getting ready. The Rangers play at 3. The Astros play a little bit later on. All the games. And then you got the basketball tonight, which makes it just an incredible sports day. And I find it funny because you see some of the arguments. Would you stop?
I can't help it.
Would you stop?
Get that music going, man. I'm woo!
So we'll get into baseball in Final Four in a moment. So we're live at Stadium Swim. If you're on our YouTube channel, go San Antonio Sports Stars YouTube channel. We do have a camera set up for the pool. Now, right in front of us, there's nothing going on, and we're at the top level of this 3-level pool extravaganza
I'm going to
deal.
hold this up and see if you can see better a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you can.
You're
but
probably not.
I don't know. That's down there is where all the action's happening right now. We're in one of the cabanas, which is kind of cool. But we expect the action to heat up, maybe move this way a little bit as we move on throughout the afternoon.
Well, and again, I mean, down, the area right by the screens, it's packed down there. Up here, not so much at this point. Although, our original thought was we were going to be in this location both days, kind of like we were last year. But, good problem to have for Circa. Every one of these cabanas is sold for tomorrow. So
Yes.
Tomorrow we're actually going to be inside the sports book, which will be cool, in the Gambling Hall of Fame.
Which is going to be outstanding. But I tell you what, I love being out here at the pool. Not only can we watch, there's all kinds of sporting events going on up there. Baseball, they had golf on earlier. There's a casino over there to my right.
Yep.
We're looking at a bar straight ahead, a grill right here. It's just a great place to come out and chill and have some fun when you come to Las Vegas. If you haven't been to Circa, you haven't stayed here, you need to make that a point to do so. It
is incredible. And I see Sam on our YouTube says it is a Thursday, tomorrow more likely for the ladies. Dude, the ladies are here today too. We've got a video on Instagram and Twitter, the little pre-show video. And some of you, like Sam, will just scope out the background and not be disappointed, if you will. But it is fantastic. And check it out. I mean, it's Vegas. It's a day that ends in Y. But it is incredible. But so we land yesterday and last night.
Yeah.
And, the limo picks us up. It's incredible, fully stocked. And then we get to the resort, check into the room, and
down to the casino.
I didn't, you don't unpack, man. You get to the room and drop your stuff. Let's go.
Boom.
And about 3:00 in the morning is when I went to bed.
Well, I stumbled up to bed about 3:00 this morning, but had a great time last night. Really did. Didn't take a bath too badly last night. So looking forward to doing it all over again tonight.
Well, and we will do it all over again tonight. And that's one of the fun things about what we were doing last night. Playing blackjack, having a great time. And I knew it was time for Reinagle to go to bed when he was doubling down on things he shouldn't double down on.
Right.
The dealer was going too fast for him.
She was. I couldn't keep up with her, and it was time to go. But the drinks were nice, and for the most part, the dealers, they were great.
No, they were great until
I couldn't see. and then they weren't so great, but that's okay.
And
say hello, Jasmine.
Yeah,
Jasmine, you're watching Jasmine on YouTube right now. If you can see her there.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's handling our social media. She was just down there with Greg Maddox throwing out the first pitch. Not Jasmine. She watched Greg throw out the first pitch.
You did a great job, by the way,
yes.
Jasmine. Very nice.
Although
we
should get some video of you trying to throw a baseball. I know your daughter is a softball star, but you throwing a baseball is another story. Here's another thing about Ryan Eagle when it comes to gambling. He's real quick to point out if you do something dumb, but he never does anything dumb.
Oh, of course not. I never do.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
I do everything absolutely correct. No problem.
Yeah. Except for doubling down when you should.
Well, I don't know what the hell I was doing. At that point in time, I was like, I needed to go to bed about an hour earlier.
Yeah.
It's all right, though. It's all right. It's all good.
It's all good. Yeah. It was fun times for sure. Night one in the books. Let's continue talking about what we know about Wemby. And Becky Hammon, who actually coaches in Las Vegas, is in San Antonio. She was speaking at an event today for the Salvation Army. Of course, she was asked about coaching in the NBA, specifically San Antonio. We'll hear from Becky Hammon coming up here on the Blitz, live out at Circa, Las Vegas on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Let's talk about health as we age. May feel like you're lacking energy or strength, always moody. You know your libido isn't what it used to be. Any of these could be caused by low testosterone. The answer is simple. Go get tested at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Their patient-first VIP experience is fast and easy. And I recommend the providers at Synergenics because their personalized therapy goes beyond standard treatments. They have been in TRT for over a decade. Not all TRT is the same. At Synergenics, you'll get a personally optimized TRT treatment plan from providers who specialize in testosterone therapy. Personalized treatment is key, as not all guys have the same testosterone levels. So book that appointment now at synergenicshealth.com. Testosterone starts to decline in your 30s. So if you're feeling a loss of energy and drive, could be low T. Get checked at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. They also have affordable GLP-1 weight loss options. Get started today. Get that VIP treatment with the TRT experts at Synergenics. Book your appointment at synergenicshealth.com, SYNERGENX health.com for Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss.
Attention! Have you racked up $10,000 or more in credit card debt? Are you barely getting by making minimum payments? With credit card debt reaching all-time highs, National Debt Relief is notifying consumers about significant debt relief options currently being made available to help those with overwhelming credit card debt. These options may reduce a large portion of credit card debt for those who qualify. You don't need to declare bankruptcy or take out a consolidation loan, and you may only have to pay back a fraction of what you owe, even if you have bad credit. National Debt Relief has already reduced the credit card debt for more than 550,000 consumers. So don't wait. If you owe $10,000, $20,000, or even $100,000 in credit card debt, you can now take advantage of this financial debt relief as the cost of living continues to skyrocket. To check what debt reduction you may qualify for, call 800-929-1313. 800-929-1313. Again, that's 800-929-1313.
Bring spring to your door with Target Circle 360. Get all you need for Easter hosting, spring get-togethers, and more with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. From Easter basket goodies to fresh florals, getting everything the same day is easy. Open the Target app and bring the magic of the season to your door with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. Visit target.com/circle or the Target app for more details. Subscription required. Same-day delivery is subject to terms. Applies to orders over $35.
It's a classic odor tale. You fried fish for dinner, cleaned up, but the smell is still in the house. And the neighbors are coming over for game night. They're on their way. And then you spray Febreze Air Mist. Febreze Air starts working instantly to fight even your toughest odors, so you go from fish to fresh like that. Now, all you have to worry about is Pam cheating at charades.
Breathe happy, Febreze, la 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 la.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. At UMGC, you'll find everything you need. More than 135 degree and certificate programs, online and hybrid courses, dedicated success coaches, and more from a top military and veteran trusted university for over 75 years. Classes start soon. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. That's exactly what I did. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit orchard.com to get your free home evaluation. That's orchard.com.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. You can subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Circa, Las Vegas is where we are right now.
And that's where all the action is, too. I tell you what, they're having a great time down at the pool, down from us there, but we got baseball all over the place on the big screens, and just a lot of fun.
Opening day of Major League Baseball, Sweet 16 round. The tournament games coming up tonight. And obviously, there's some golf on right now. We're watching, the golf in the rain down in Houston. Next weekend, we get the Valero Texas Open in San Antonio. And then April 14th is our golf tournament. Our Spring Golf Classic, brought to you by Flight by Yuengling, the next generation of light beer. April 14th. Got an update a couple of minutes ago. We got a handful of teams left. So if you've been thinking about it or whatever your excuse is for not signing up, now is the time to go get signed up at sasportstar.com and get registered. Now, we got room for a couple more teams, and we've got some singles. And so if you don't have a foursome, but you want to play, we've got a couple. We need to get a couple of singles in there to fill out a foursome. So get signed up, sasportstar.com. Again, we play on April 14th at the Golf Club of Texas. Brought to you by PPL Motorhomes and Ancira.com, and it will be fun. And I'll tell you what, Golf Club of Texas, they might need your help because we all like good people, right? Most of us don't like people that don't do good things.
Right.
And, there's been this, I don't want to say recent trend because we've seen it before, but here lately, a lot of restaurants have been posting videos of their dine and dashers. When you go in, order a meal, and don't pay for it and leave. Everywhere you go, you're on camera.
Yes.
And that includes the Golf Club of Texas. and they posted a video earlier today of some dude that stole an entire mannequin that had the shorts, the polo, the whole thing. Dude, don't steal. And you're on camera. We need to track this dude down.
Was it wearing a white belt?
I don't know.
I understand if it was wearing a white belt. I get it.
Since Bola Hugh says nobody buys those, they don't sell them there, I'm going to assume no white belts were involved. Well, this guy needs to get a belt and get spanked.
Yeah,
bad.
Yes, he does. Stop doing that. That's ridiculous. It must have been a hell of an outfit. Maybe the guy was in there admiring it, and either that or he likes mannequins.
I don't even want to go.
Maybe that's it.
Now, I will say, according to the Facebook post that Golf Club of Texas had earlier today, they're willing to give you a chance, dude, to just bring it back, and then not call the cops. But
clean it up first.
Wait, stop.
Make sure it's clean, all right?
Dude.
Have your fun, but bring it back.
Wow, Brian Nagel.
I'm just saying.
One night in Vegas and you're thinking mannequins.
Well,
huh?
I don't know why. I'm just saying. I mean, why would you steal a mannequin? I mean, come on.
I mean, dude, I appreciate the Golf Club of Texas putting that out, blasting that guy, because don't steal. Don't be that guy. And just realize everywhere you go, you're on video. So somebody's going to know that guy. Go find the Golf Club of Texas Facebook page if you want to see the video. Because, yeah, don't do that.
So, dude, it's like those people that are keying the Teslas.
Yeah.
Well, there's a camera in the Tesla.
Yeah.
Right? So you're on camera. It's just so dumb.
It is.
The camera's everywhere.
It is dumb. Don't. Just don't. And if you know the guy, encourage him to bring the mannequin back, because Ryan Nagel really needs to see that mannequin April 14th for our Spring Golf Classic.
Well, I mean, maybe it's a damn good-looking mannequin. I don't know. What'd you think? This guy, maybe his wife's out of town. You know, I mean, needs a little company tonight. He'll bring it back.
Not with the mannequin. That's a whole different level of weird.
Well, there's a lot of weirdos out there, my friend.
And his name is Joe Ryan.
I've never had a mannequin, so I don't know.
I'm glad to know that.
Never have.
But you wanted to?
No, okay. Not really. It's a little hard. So no, I think a mannequin is off limits.
Keep talking. keep talking.
And I don't think there's any holes there, are there? I mean, I don't know.
Stop.
But anyway, just bring it back. All right, come on. Wow.
So Wemby had surgery, or he's going to have surgery.
Depending on what report you look at.
And all this reporting is coming from French media, because the surgery, either he's had it or he's going to, is coming from the French national team. The French national team coach is the one that made the announcement. So, and when you do the translate deal, I don't know. All right. So it's either he's going to or he's had, but it's all about fixing that blood clot, which obviously, like, Dame Lillard had a blood clot in his calf.
Yeah.
And what I find interesting is Dame is out indefinitely. Now, is that because they think over time, 6-8 weeks, whatever it is, they might still be playing in the playoffs, so he could come back, where Wemby was like, all right, we're just going to shut you down and get ready for next year. I don't know what really the difference is when you're talking about a blood clot and getting on blood thinners, what the timetable is. My guess is if the Spurs were good and going to be in the playoffs, maybe they don't shut Wemby down for the season. They just monitor over time, which is what it seems like they're doing with Dame Lillard. We've seen other players that have dealt with blood clots have surgery to be able to come back. So I'm not overly concerned that, Wemby's going under the knife. What are we going to do?
No, it's probably the best thing for him. Obviously, he got that advice from somebody and decided to do that. Maybe the best way to fix that thing. So that's good. I'm happy about that. Get it done. Get it taken care of. And he'll be ready for next season. And in fact, I mean, if you listen to the French coach, they're hopefully can play this summer.
Yep.
So it doesn't sound overly it's nothing we should stress over, put it that way. And hopefully this will help him get well sooner rather than later.
You know, and again, I don't know enough about this, and, just Googling surgery to remove a blood clot. I thought that's what the blood thinners were for. Or is the surgery to, I don't know, widen a vein to make sure it doesn't happen again? I mean, because you Google it, and it could be so many different things, and there's just not enough detail on what he's actually dealing with specifically or what this surgery was. I'm sure we'll learn more because this is coming from the French team. I would think that the Spurs now will be forced to give some sort of update.
Well,
but then again, it's the Spurs.
Yeah, I don't know. The fact that we know he had surgery is a miracle because if it wasn't for the French, we wouldn't have known.
We wouldn't have known.
No.
Now, Becky Hammon is in San Antonio today. She was speaking at the annual luncheon for the Salvation Army, which is one of their big fundraisers, and they always have some fantastic speakers. And Becky Hammon was the guest speaker today. And of course, Becky Hammon in San Antonio was going to get asked the obvious question about coaching the Spurs. Hat tip to David Chancellor from News 4 for asking Becky about the potential of coaching the San Antonio Spurs.
First of all, I'm picking up every time Paul calls me. He'll probably be asking me to dinner. That one would be his go-to. But anyways, I'm always going to take his phone call. However, for me, I'm always open to entertaining different ideas. I have to tell you, I've not gone on interviews. I've told teams no, I'm not interested. That's just where I'm at. I think it would have to be the right fit, the right opportunity at the right time in front of the right people. So when I'll listen really, but I gotta say I'm very happy where I am. I just re-signed a contract last year that's very, very, very good to me in Vegas. I love my team. I love coming to work every day. And I don't think you can put a price tag on that. Showing up to work every day, you love the people that you're working with, you love the people that you're working for, and Mark Davis and Nikki have been absolutely wonderful to me. So I can tell you, I'm not begging for any jobs. You want me to come find me, you know where I'm at. But those days are over for me. I'm not doing that. However, if it happens, what's for me is for me, and when it's time, it'll happen. If it's supposed to happen.
Yeah, well, look, and how would you feel about that? And I ask this in all sincerity. I think she'd be great. And my gut tells me she'd be great. But it would be kind of weird, wouldn't it? I mean, and I say that just you just have to get over the weirdness of it, I think.
Because she's female?
Because she's a female, yes.
I don't know that I find it weird. At some point, there will be a female head coach in the NBA. I would like it to be Becky Hammon because of her connections. I know a couple of years ago when the Spurs weren't good and there were questions about Pop and if he was going to retire then, I said then I didn't want Becky to get the job because the Spurs weren't good. This is long before Wemby, and there was really, no good years in sight until we got Wemby, because I didn't want her to go to a team that sucks, that probably isn't going to get better. They're not going to be good. And then, that's why, she can't coach at this level. Now I look at her and I think it would be great because I want her to go, whether it's in San Antonio or wherever she ends up in the NBA, or any female coach that becomes the first to do it, to be in a situation where they're set up for success and not set up for failure. So many coaches go to bad teams with no real desire to get better. They don't have success. They get fired, and then they become they're on that treadmill. I want whoever it is that breaks that barrier, and I want it to be Becky. I want them to go to a place where they're set up for success. And San Antonio is now that place again.
Look, if anybody's going to do it, it's San Antonio. And I'm getting this Art Garcia. Yeah, dude, I've had female bosses. That's not the point. Point is, it's never happened. It would be different. And I'm just saying, I think it would be good for her to do it. And I think she'd be great at the job. I think she has the respect of the players. I think it'd be outstanding. But that first, I'm sorry. For me, it will be a little bit weird. I hope it's with San Antonio. And I think it will be, actually. If any team is going to do it, I think the Spurs will do it. But I think it would take a little bit of an adjustment. I'm not saying it would be
I think,
that difficult.
It depends on the ownership group. It depends on the players in the locker room, too. And you look at the guys in the locker room that are on this current Spurs team, and I think they would adapt well. I don't know if any of them, maybe Keldon, because he's the longest tenured guy. I'm trying to remember when she was an assistant here, who's left, right? But I think there are some teams, some players that might have a harder time at taking instruction from a coach. And, you think about some coaches the way they are. Pop is such a taskmaster. You get other guys that are more player-friendly type coaches. And so and I don't know how Becky is. In that regards, I don't know how Becky would be as a head coach of an NBA team. Knowing Becky Hammon the way we do throughout the years when she played here, coached here, Becky is very comfortable being Becky. I don't know that she would change anything about her style, whether she's coaching the Las Vegas Aces or the San Antonio Spurs.
Yeah, but look, I totally agree with that. I didn't say it would be kind of strange, although we've seen her do it, right? Yeah. I mean, so I guess we're used to it. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I think Becky Hammon would make a damn good NBA head coach. Somebody's going to give her an opportunity. And I do. If anybody's going to do it, it's going to be the Spurs. And I think that would be great. And I'd get over it. I'd be fine.
And the fact is, there are the Spurs are going to be good again. So, when you're breaking that kind of barrier, just make sure you're in a situation where you have all the potential for the success and not, well, here's somebody that's getting hired just to get fired, because there's no hope for that organization, no matter how good of a coach that you have. And that's half the battle with some of these openings. And you see, man, you get an opportunity, you have to take it because there's only so many jobs. There's only so many opportunities. So when you get one, let's go NFL. Nobody wants to coach in Carolina. I mean, working for that owner and all that kind of stuff. And are they going to be successful? But you get offered the job, you got to take it because, it's 1 in 32. In the NBA, you get an opportunity, you got to take it. I just hope when it is time for that barrier to be broken, that coach, Becky, has a chance to be successful from the organization top down.
Well, look, and it sets up a whole variety of things, right? Because the first female to be hired as an NBA head coach will be the first female to be fired as an NBA head coach. It's going to happen. That's what happens to coaches, right?
Yep.
So it sets up a whole chain of events. And I would like to get to the point where it doesn't matter. And Becky has already broken glass ceilings or whatever you want to call them by being the first assistant, yada, yada, yada. And she's going to be a head coach in the NBA. Somebody's got to have the stones to actually make that hire. And I think if there's any team in the league that will do it, it'll be the Spurs.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, live in Las Vegas at Circa Las Vegas Stadium Swim. We're in one of the cabanas out by the pools on this Thursday afternoon. Sweet 16 round of the tournament, opening day of Major League Baseball. Rangers and Astros getting set. Yankees leading the Brewers, so somewhere Edwin is unhappy.
Cardinals are about to take the field.
Yeah, okay.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right there. I've got it picked out. There's a screen right there. I'm going to be watching.
There's a bunch of screens right there.
Well, the only one I care about is the one right there. They're playing the Twinkies.
Yes. You going to be okay?
I'll be fine.
You're not going to be distracted by the TV or anything that walks by?
I already have been. And I know everybody that's watching on YouTube knows exactly what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
But yes, it's right there. I got a little money on the cards today.
Do you?
I do.
Wow. All right. Well,
I had to do it.
Nothing like starting in the hole.
Well,
he is Joe Reinagel.
It may happen. Happen.
Yeah, the Tennessee Titans will not wear the Houston Oilers uniforms. What? Yeah. Let's talk about that coming up here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
If you travel as much as the San Antonio sports guys travel, while you're on the road, be sure to take us along. Listen to the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star live stream anywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
GimmeTheVin.com, big cash giveaway. We're going to take all the cars that we buy and we're going to add $25,000 additional in the month of March. It might be a $1,000 car. It might be a $100,000 car, but you're going to get $25,000 more dollars if you're the winner. You can't afford not to shop us. Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GimmeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GimmeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
Rox Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for making Rox the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rox has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rox know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit Rox RocksDiscountVitamins.com. The Blitz is going to Vegas. Come along for an unforgettable Mega March weekend at Circa Las Vegas, March 27th through the 30th for opening day and the second weekend of the tournament. Thursday, March 27th, celebrate the start of the baseball season and watch all the games at the world's largest sportsbook, plus the ultimate March Hoops experience. Take in the action in the 6 pools and the 143-foot screen at Stadium Swim. Book now and use promo code BLITZ at CircaLasVegas.com and join Jason and Joe at Circa Resort and Casino.
With Progressive, renters can save on protection for the things that make your place yours, even things that don't make sense to everyone.
People always wonder why I don't get rid of my guitar since I never play. But it's like, what if I actually end up taking lessons? Sure, I've had it for 8 years, but if I get rid of it, then what will my New Year's resolution be next January?
Exactly. So bundle your renters and auto and save with Progressive and protect the things that make sense to you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates and other insurers not available in all states or situations. Covered subject to policy terms and conditions.
Bring spring to your door with Target Circle 360. Get all you need for Easter hosting, spring get-togethers, and more with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. From Easter basket goodies to fresh florals, getting everything the same day is easy. Open the Target app and bring the magic of the season to your door with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. Visit target.com/circle or the Target app for more details. Subscription required. Same-day delivery is subject to terms. Applies to orders over $35.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure your spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, storage, and more. It all happens this Saturday. One day only. Coastal waterfront properties starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389.
Did you know colon cancer can be detected early or prevented through regular screening?
I have detected Around Earth is the greatest lie ever.
Okay, Roger. My uncle just passed away and I inherited his cockatoo, Roger. He was a member of the Flat Earth Society, so Roger picked up on some of his rhetoric. Anyway, screening, such as a colonoscopy.
Screen these! Screen these!
Roger that, Roger. Moving on. Colonoscopies can detect early-stage colon or rectal cancer or even polyps, which are abnormal growths that can turn into cancer over time.
I'm a Flat Earth walker.
Come on, Roger. What did I do to my uncle to deserve you? You don't get to choose what you inherit, just like colon cancer. Unlike Roger here, I believe in science. And science says that if colon cancer runs in your family, you're more likely to develop it yourself. Talk to your doctor about when you should start screening. Find out more at coloncancercoalition.org. A message from the Colon Cancer Coalition.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. And it's all about having a great time. Grab your buddies and ladies too. Hit the course for a fun, laid-back day of golf, laughs, and a little friendly competition at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, April 14th. It's just $120 a player or $400 for a foursome. A solid deal for a day of good times with your crew. The Spring Golf Classic benefits the Pan American Golf Association. But don't worry, this isn't some high-stakes tournament. It's all about kicking back, having fun, and making memories. Presented by Flight by England and sponsored by Ancira.com and PBL Motorhomes. After you've crushed it on the course, join us at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco for the ultimate after party. Cold drinks, great food, and good times with all of your buddies. So grab your spot, grab your crew, and tee off for a day of unforgettable fun. Sign up now at sasportstar.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix in Las Vegas. We are at Circa Las Vegas, opening day of Major League Baseball. Sweet 16 games tonight. What a great sports day. Astros and Mets get underway in just a little bit. So do the Rangers and Red Sox. Rangers-Red Sox over on ESPN San Antonio, AM 1250 and 103.3.
Absolutely. A lot of baseball going on. And I like it. Opening day, they play a lot of these games during the day.
Yes.
I like that. And that's what they're doing. There's just about everybody is playing during the day right now. So, or about to. Which makes it nice. So, and it's a perfect place. My goodness, what a perfect place. Any game you want, you're a fan of any team, it's on the screen here at Circa.
Well, and you know, you've got the screens and you got the lines, you got everything that you need here at Circa Las Vegas outside at Stadium Swim. Tomorrow, we're actually going to be doing the show inside the sports book, which we've not done that before. You know, so that'll be a lot of fun. Might be a little crazy. But it's you know, work.
I think it's going to be a blast. I'm looking forward to that. It's just great being here. It really is. And again, the folks at Circa just treat us like kings. It's unbelievable. But having a great time, man. I can't think of any better place. We got to figure out a way we can do the show every day from here.
I don't think my liver or wallet could handle that.
That's a good point. I know my wallet couldn't.
I don't know about your liver either.
My liver's conditioned.
Yeah, it's 5 days in Vegas is 5 days in Vegas.
It is.
You know, we do it twice a year with Circa. Maybe we could try to up that to 4 times a year.
Well, we're going to have the big boss here at 3:00. Derek Stevens is going to join us.
Yep.
He's the guy that owns this schwanky place.
Well, and not only owns it, this was his vision.
Yeah.
His idea. You know, he's Vegas type, had other things, but like pools, but there's no TVs at all the other resorts. So how do you watch the game in the pool? He designed one. The sports book, he designed it. It's incredible. And you think about, you know, I want to do this, right? And you think big, but then you're able to actually pull this off. It is pretty freaking incredible. So lots going on here today at Circa. Derek Stevens will join us coming up in about 20 minutes or so. In the meantime, in football season, obviously, is huge out here. And there's always a lot of football news to talk about.
Always.
Some good, some dumb. There's dumb today. The NFL apparently has banned the nose wipe celebration that CeeDee Lamb does, and CeeDee started it. A lot of other people do. Now, they banned it because they call it a violent gesture.
I'm pretty happy he wipes his nose. I mean, you don't want to see somebody going around with snot hanging out of their nose. So it's a good I don't understand that one. I really don't. Now, the throat slash, okay, I get that. I can see but the nose wipe, come on. I mean, again, no fun league.
I don't know how you describe that as a violent gesture.
I don't.
Now, again, if you know, you know, there's, you know, something to it that I'm completely unaware of. All right. But, you know, now, you know, the nose wipe thing, like that kid in college baseball that hit the triple and then acted like he was snorting coke on the chalk line. Right. Okay. I could see that. But I don't know that this deal that he does, that CeeDee Lamb does, if there's anything violent about it. And again, if there's some other meaning to it that I'm completely oblivious to and I'm just naive, I would accept that. But when I read the article about what they were doing, they just called it a violent gesture, but didn't tell me why they call it a violent gesture.
Yeah, I don't get it either. It doesn't make any sense. By the way, That dude that did the cocaine thing, he's apologized, but I thought that was genius. Are you kidding me? No, I've never seen that done before.
Well,
I thought it was genius.
Yes.
Good for that kid.
Yeah.
And I'm sure he's an expert at it.
Well, I'm sure he was
allegedly.
I'm sure he was handed a cup and said, "Fill this up."
Well, yeah, probably, and you know, his drug dealer probably appreciated that.
Yeah, maybe. You Titan fan, you.
Yes.
The Titans are not going to wear the Oiler uniforms in 2025.
I'm a little bit pissed off about that, to be totally honest with you. I don't know why they're not. Are they caving to the poor little Houstonites that don't think it's fair? Poor things. I mean, come on. All these Houston Texan fans just all, man, that's ours. That belongs to us. Don't hurt me. You can't hit me. I'm trying to take a shot. Get over it, for goodness sake. And it really irritates me that they're not going to wear those things. They should wear them every single time they play the Texans. Every single time.
You know, when you look at that, and to your point, I get where you're coming from. I think they should have stayed in Houston. But the Tennessee fan base, the Titans fans, they weren't Oiler fans before. So their team is the Titans. And they're going back to the more traditional uniforms that more celebrate Tennessee and the Titans history, not the Oilers history. So maybe it wasn't the Oiler fan base that was mad. It was the Titans saying, dude, you're a Tennessee team now. Why don't you guys leave Houston in Houston?
I just don't buy it. I mean, they were the Tennessee Titans at one time. I mean, the Tennessee Oilers, excuse me.
Yes, when they first moved there.
So it is part of their history. And it pisses Houston people off, and that's the best thing. That's all I care about. I don't give a damn about the history. It just pisses people in Houston off, pisses Texan fans off, and I'm here for it.
So you like it when James Pledger gets pissed off?
I do, yes, very much so.
Understandable.
Yeah. And then the other two fans that listen to this show.
Both of them?
Yeah, both of them.
You think?
Yeah.
Huh. You like that, huh?
Uh-huh.
I think he's talking to you, Josh. NFL does confirm it will play 7 international games this coming season.
That's incredible, is it not?
It is.
7. Unbelievable. But they're making money. And people away from the United States love the game of football. It's growing on everybody. And when you've got a lottery system in England, in Germany, for 80,000 tickets and millions of people sign up, how can you not?
Well, I mean, obviously there's a lot of money there to be made for the NFL. And it's not just the money being made on the game ticket sales. It's the merch and the fandom, all the social engagement, all of that. But you think about 3 regular season games are going to be in London. And, they're also going to do a game over in Brazil, which is going to be the Chargers playing the home team. Germany is going to host a regular season game. And I think it's just, becoming par for the course. I really do. When you look at this, it does feel like, 7 at some point, there's going to be international games all the time. Now, I'm not a fan of the Friday games because to me, same with college football, Fridays should be reserved for high school football. But I'm not mad at the idea of waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning on a Sunday and there's a game on. Although if I'm in Vegas at 6 a.m. kickoff, I don't want anything to do with that.
No.
But, but it does give us more football to watch. As long as, and they can't control this now, but if it's a compelling matchup and it's a standalone game in the TV window, we're all going to watch.
Absolutely, we're going to watch. But it's the money they're making in these cities, in Germany, in England, in Brazil, the money that they're making there because people are buying swag, right? They're buying shirts. They're buying stuff. And they're coming to the games, and it's very popular. I mean, you look at our friend from England, right? Will?
Yeah.
Right. And, I mean, look how popular he is. as the presenter for the National Football League in England. And the guy's like a big celebrity over there. It's huge.
Will Gavin from Talk Sport.
Yes.
A radio presenter. And, he's superstar over there, and the NFL fans eat it up. And over there, it's still soccer is number one, but it's amazing when you talk to a guy like Will, who when he first started wanting to do NFL program in England, he was laughed at and, kind of buried, I want to say early morning weekends and, no sponsorship to what that has grown into. And it's because of the overall popularity, and give Roger Goodell credit. And they must have enough there to subsidize the home team losing a home game. And it does suck if you're a season ticket holder for a team that one of your games is going to be played over there, especially if it was a matchup that you wanted to see. But, that's life. I mean, it's kind of like the Spurs playing a couple of regular season games in Austin. Now, because it's Austin and there's that fear that the Spurs could actually move there, I think is a bigger reason why the Spurs fans hate that. If they were playing a regular season games in Mexico City or Laredo, I don't know if anybody would be upset.
They wouldn't. Well, they've been to Mexico City a couple of times, right? But if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars, I mean, seriously, are you concerned that your team may end up being the, England Jags?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, there's talk of that. I don't know that it will happen. Maybe eventually, hopefully not in our lifetime, but it's just that big over there. And I think a team like Jacksonville or any team that would go over there would be just revered. That football team would be revered if they went over there. So I think it will happen. Hopefully not anytime soon. I don't want to do that because it'd be a scheduling nightmare, for goodness sake.
Well, and the fear of a Super Bowl over there.
No.
But the other part of it, too, and with Jacksonville, I don't know if the Jaguars are long for Jacksonville. I was reading an article the other day, Orlando making a push to try to lure the Jaguars down to Orlando from Jacksonville. So, and I think we're a ways from having teams overseas, although I wouldn't mind seeing like the NFL Europe League come back because that was fun. I know we've got the UFL, but I wonder if there is some way to get some sort of big time professional football over there in Europe, and if that would be enough to satisfy the NFL's greed. I mean, ability to go over there and make more money.
Absolutely. Yeah, they print money in the NFL. It's incredible. I kind of like the San Antonio Jags. That's got a nice ring to it.
It brings up a whole other debate, but and I know there's people out there right now saying Jerry would never allow it.
Jerry would.
That's the crazy thing is when you think about San Antonio and an NFL team and could it happen? Would it happen? It's still market size, but if you combine Austin and San Antonio and you look at Monterey, and I know we've had these discussions. Now, I know I've asked Jerry this point blank before, and he has always said he would support it. Now, and Red McCombs told us that too. He had Jerry's support, but part of that was every team that has looked at coming to San Antonio was an AFC team. And under the old TV model, the Cowboys would still be on Fox, and it was the Texans and Bob McNair before he passed that was more against it because the Texans are still trying to grow their fan base in South Texas. Hell, they don't even own all of Harris County yet. So when you look at it, they would be more affected than, say, the Cowboys the last time there was flirtation with San Antonio. And that was with the Raiders that, of course, ended up here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Jerry has said the same thing to me on numerous occasions. He wouldn't be a problem. It's not Jerry. And it's Houston to some extent, but folks, it's that team that Wemby plays for that is the biggest roadblock to an NFL team in San Antonio. Mark my words, that is the biggest speed bump to an NFL team. It's not Jerry Jones.
Well, and that is 100% true because they want to control the sports dollar in San Antonio. They've owned everything.
Yep.
Outside of the missions. And, of course, we don't have a hockey team anymore. We don't have a WNBA team anymore. They have the soccer team still, but it's not MLS. And although I do think they would like to get MLS here.
But Austin got that, right?
Yep.
So they stole that away. I don't know. With MLS, I'm wondering. I'm not an MLS fan, so I'm probably the wrong guy to ask, but I don't know how good that would do. I know there's a handful, right, that go out to the
more than a handful. I mean, and that's the thing. While I'm not a big soccer fan, when I've gone to games, it's always a blast.
Sure.
But when you look at the crowds they get in Austin, you look at Seattle, you look at Portland, you look at Columbus. I think if you have it, it becomes part of it. And, you might not like it, but you're not in the vast majority like it was years ago.
True.
So I do think if San Antonio were to get an MLS team, it would change greatly in people's perception. And it is one of those. Go to a game. It's like I tell you about hockey. Go to a game in person. It will change your entire perspective on the sport.
I'm sure.
Is for sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it would. I mean, every sporting event live is always better, in my opinion, right? I mean, you go to a baseball game, it's a blast. I know a lot of people don't like watching baseball on TV. I do, but you go to a game, and it's a blast.
Absolutely. Live sports.
Yeah.
Sports in general.
No
it's
doubt.
A blast.
Yep.
And if you're going to watch it on TV, no better place to watch a bunch of games than Circa, Las Vegas, which is where we are right now. For Mega March weekend, opening day of Major League Baseball, Astros and Rangers will both get underway here in the next 20 minutes or so. You've got Sweet 16 action tonight. Wish you were here with us in Las Vegas. You can follow along and kind of have the FOMO or live vicariously through our social channels at SA Sports Star on Instagram and Twitter. He's at Joe Reinagel 210. Follow me at Jason Minix. The boss man from Circa Las Vegas will join us coming up next. Derek Stevens here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. If you're a business owner, a manager, a club leader, and you need your logo on any kind of gear, get into Sammy's Embroidery and Printing down on San Pedro. If you need caps made, Sam has over 25,000 caps and more than 75 color combinations on display in his showroom, including the popular Richardson 112 style trucker caps. He's got Katie caps, Nike, Cap America, to name a few. If you need your logo on a nice golf shirt, fishing shirt, any kind of shirt, go see Sam. He's got his entire spring collection on display right now in his showroom with all the big name brands: North Face, Eddie Bauer, Nike, Travis Mathew, Under Armour, Port Authority, to name a few. If you need T-shirts, screen printed, Sam will get you taken care of. And he also has over 700 uniform lines to choose from, all kinds of industries. Nobody has better prices. Sammy is the only company in Texas that offers one-day turnaround. No order too big, no order too small. So call Sammy's Embroidery and Printing, 210-824-3900, 824-3900, or go by that massive showroom down on San Pedro, 1 mile inside Loop 410, next to Big Lots across from McDonald's, or check the website, samsembroidery.com, for Sammy's Embroidery Club.
When you think San Antonio sports, think 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Your home for the Cowboys. KTFM Floresville and SASportsStar.com.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count, because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team: Southern Recipe Small Batch.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first. Like to check the GPS directions first before driving to the mall.
Turn right at the light. In 1,000 miles, you will reach Montreal.
Not Montreal, the mall.
Recalculating. 6,000 miles to Nepal.
No, the mall.
Checking first is smart.
Recalculating.
So check Allstate first for a quote that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate.
Savings vary. Subject to terms, conditions, and availability. Allstate Fire and Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
Springtime is here and baseball season is finally underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond to your Prize Picks lineup. Whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, you can take your pick of more or less for your shot of 1,000 times your money cash today. I'll say it again. That's today. Because on Prize Picks, you can match your player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with your favorite basketball players. Maybe it's hockey. Maybe it's esports. Maybe it's something else. That's why you download Prize Picks. And what you do with Prize Picks is you win $50 instantly. Go download the app today and use the code ALAMO. That's ALAMO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. I'll say it again. Download the app right now. Use the code Alamo. That's $50 instantly. Just play your lineup. Prize Picks. Hey, go run your game. I love Prize Picks because I'm not alone. There's millions of us playing, and you can win. It's easy. More or less. You better go run your game now.
If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. 2 lines of unlimited for just $30 a line. That's a 45% savings compared to Verizon and AT&T. But don't just take our word for it.
It's not just the savings that are great with our T-Mobile plan. There's all this value from all these other things that T-Mobile offers.
T-Mobile has been such a savings for us.
We love it.
Switch today and get 2 free 5G phones like the Motorola Edge with Turbo Power charging that gives you power for the day in just 15 minutes. And customers 55 and up can get 2 lines of talk, text, and data for only $30 a line. Go to T-Mobile.com/choice55 to learn more. With AutoPay plus taxes and fees, plus $5 per line without AutoPay. Debit or bank account required. 45% off 2 lines versus AT&T Starter and Verizon Welcome. Plan benefits vary. Motorola Edge on us with 24 monthly bill credits and new line for well-qualified customers, plus tax and $35 per line connection charge. See details at T-Mobile.com. Motorola Edge requires 68-watt charger. Charger sold separately. Actual performance will vary based on usage and configuration.
San Antonio, are you ready? The 2025 NCAA Men's Final Four is coming to the Alamo City. The NCAA Men's Final Four Fan Fest, presented by Capital One, brings fun for all ages. Fan Fest is a sports wonderland of interactive games with celebrity and athlete appearances, giveaways, and much more. Come ready to play April 4th through the 7th at the Henry B. Gonzalez Convention Center. The event is free for kids 12 and under, Capital One card holders, military personnel, and 2025 Final Four ticket holders. Visit ncaa.com/men's Final Four.
Hey, San Antonio, multiple tours overseas, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training toward our low-cost degree and certificate programs. We call that credit where credit is due. For over 75 years, our dedicated success coaches have been helping service members achieve their goals. Get started with local support and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATS.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Well, according to a French publication, Victor Wembanyama underwent surgery to address that deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. French, though, are hopeful that Wemby will participate in the Eurobasket tournament this summer. College Hoops Sweet 16 gets underway tonight. You can catch it all right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star beginning at 6 o'clock. Starts with BYU in Alabama, Florida and Maryland, Duke, Arizona, and Texas Tech in Arkansas.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Synergenicshealth.com.
Joe Reinagel.
That's the 3rd time in 7 seasons. The San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. Live at Circa, Las Vegas. Mega March weekend, opening day of Major League Baseball. Astros get underway here in a couple minutes. So do the Texas Rangers. And you really should be with us here in Las Vegas. I know a lot of our listeners are out here. And we're with the boss man, the CEO, the owner of Circa Las Vegas, Derek Stevens. Man, you always throw a great party, my friend.
Hey, happy opening day. Happy Sweet 16. Great to have San Antonio back in the house. I love it.
Boy, I tell you what, Derek, it is so much fun to be out here. And we were just talking about it all day. Anything you want to watch that's going on today, you can do it here at Stadium Swim.
That's right. I love a day like this. Boy, you got baseball all day, and then it leads right into some incredible basketball. I'm a big believer that this Sweet 16 Elite 8 is going to be one of the best ones ever. Kind of offsetting with the way the first couple rounds were. These teams are all much better than what we normally see. So baseball all day, beautiful weather in Vegas, and then we go into basketball.
Absolutely. And then you think about the tournament has kind of gone chalky, right? And, you know, with the Final Four next weekend in San Antonio, we have 4 1 seeds actually show up. From a casino standpoint, is that good or bad?
Oh, no, this was epically bad. This was the worst March Madness the house ever had. We're like talking about this 35 years. The house has never lost in March Madness in the first 2 rounds until this year.
Wow.
You know, so, I mean, so there's a handful of things that I think changed. I mean, I think the days of having an unknown kid by the name of Steph Curry play at a school that a lot of people didn't know where Davidson was, I think a little bit of that's done now with this transfer portal. Steph Curry's not going to spend 4 years at Davidson or whatever. So I think what it's doing is it's kind of creating a more of a have and have not type of scenario. And we saw that in the first round of the college football playoffs. The first 4 games, were kind of blowouts. And I think we've seen that in the first 2 rounds of NCAA. I mean, any thought of expanding the NCAA March Madness, it kind of doesn't make sense after what we saw this year. But it does mean we've got 16 teams that are very, very good. I mean, look at Michigan's team. What do they have? 1 kid on the team last year? Yeah. But after that, it's a kid from Bryant. It's a kid from Princeton, from all over the place, So these are more elite teams than what we've seen in years past.
Well, it brings up an interesting conversation, Derek, when you think about it, because a lot of people like those upsets early on and the teams that come out of nowhere and do things like that. Now, once it gets to this point in the Final Four, I'm okay with the elites being there. But I kind of like that drama early on with one of these schools pulling a big upset.
Yeah, I think everybody really loved March Madness. I mean, that's why Brent Musburger coined it March Madness many decades ago, is because everybody liked to see those crazy upsets. Those 16s beating a 2, those 14s beating a 3. I mean, it was something that really created the madness. So this was just opening basketball weekend. Hopefully it was just a lull and it kind of comes back again next year with the crazy games. But I do think this weekend, Sweet 16 Elite 8, we're going to see some incredible basketball.
Well, we're going to get some tips, right? I mean, before you leave.
my guys are all in there searching out like what type of backgrounds to see, who's got overinflated basketballs or not. You guys saw that tweet. Well, there's there's overinflated basketballs. Now everybody goes crazy. Overinflated basketballs. My God, yeah.
Derek Stevens, owner of Circa Las Vegas, with us here on the Blitz 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. It's been quite a run for you guys here at Circa. I want to get into gambling in Texas, but before we do that, dude, you had the president walking through your casino. The videos of that were incredible. I know you got to spend some time with them. Take us through. How do you get a phone call that says Donald Trump wants to do a speech in your place, and then what do you kick it into high gear and figure it all out?
Yeah, I mean, this thing came about. I was sitting in a meeting on a Wednesday afternoon. I get a text from a phone number I don't know. They said President Trump's coming in on Saturday. We're looking for a venue. And I was like, is this a hoax? And I said, I'm going to get a couple of my people. I'll call you back. I said, okay. And then we quickly figured out this was legit. And then they said, hey, we're going to hand you off to the White House advance team. And I said, okay. I said, expect a phone call in the next 5 minutes. So I get a phone call from a Virginia number. So that felt legit too. And this individual introduced himself. He said, okay, yeah, because I'm with the White House advance team. We got Homeland Security. We've got a couple other, we got NSA and a couple other lettered organizations. We heard you might be able to host President Trump on Saturday, and we need to check it out. I'm like, okay, sure. When would you like to come by? He said, well, I got all these departments. We're 3 minutes outside of Circa. They were here before I came down from my office on the 3rd floor. And I was like, I don't know, 16 or so individuals. And we went through everything, and they said, okay, well, the way it works is any one of these departments can say no, can veto it. But they all said, okay, so far. Then they sent a bigger group out Thursday morning, and they said, we'll let you know by noon. And I'm like, okay. They said, we're checking out 4 places, so we got to run. So what ends up happening was noon comes and goes, didn't hear anything, 2 o'clock, nothing, 4 o'clock. So I'm like, okay, they must have selected another place. At 5 o'clock, I get a phone call saying, hey, yeah, it's on. 5 o'clock Thursday. That's how it happened.
Wow.
And he goes, usually we have, weeks and weeks of lead time, but there's a lot of crazy things. I mean, remember, this was his first week in office. So this was like day 5 of being president this go around. He had to make a trip to California because of the fires popped in here. And then he wanted to roll out no tax on tips. Yep. And he wanted to do it in Las Vegas because Las Vegas has so many people that are tipped employees. And and somehow we got tapped on the shoulder to host him. So it's pretty cool. And I wasn't sure if I was even going to spend any time with him or even get to meet him. But lo and behold, I ended up sitting in the back room with him for like half hour, walking around. It was terrific.
Now you were talking gambling a little bit, right, with the president?
We're mostly business, mostly about manufacturing and taxes and depreciation and we talked a lot about no tax on tips. I did get a couple gambling things in there, like, hey man, we got to get rid of this $1,200 jackpot threshold. This is crazy. It's a waste of time and money. This is before the whole Doge thing came in. So you got to get rid of this $1,200 thing. This hasn't been indexed in 40 years. And then I said, you got to get rid of this federal excise tax. This federal excise tax is so insidious. It's a tax that is only on legal sports books. So it's 0.25% on every legal sports wager. And I said in the old days, the purpose for this was they were trying to have a reason to arrest the mob. I go, this is over with. Now this tax, we got to change the wording. It has to be worded different. It should be called the illegal or offshore bookmaking preservation tax, because the only guys that pay it are the legal guys. So it puts like somebody like Circa Sports. We're a low hold business model that we run. Well, we got to pay this extra tax, so the offshore guys can maybe do a 10-cent line, and we got to do a 12-cent line. Like the guys like DraftKings and FanDuel, that they run much wider lines because they have a different business model. But this thing, I said, you got to get rid of this federal excise tax. So that's kind of what when I had the president in the back room, that's kind of what I was pitching from the gambling side.
I like that. Now, was he open to it?
Yeah, absolutely. He was very, very, very with it. He's a very impressive guy. He's big guy, impressive guy, quick. Oh my gosh, quick. So I had a good time. Good. And then this whole thing, set up. I go, Mr. President, you know that your whole advanced team set up the whole casino. My casino's been down for 10 hours, just in case you want to take a walk on the casino floor. He goes, are you serious? This is my last event. I'm getting out of here. I'm telling you, the joint's going to be packed, and it'd be worth it if you got an extra 2 minutes. I'll walk you down there and I'll walk you up real quick. He's all right, let's go do it. We walked down there. He was down there for 10 minutes because the crowd's roaring. It was pretty amazing. So, yeah, it was pretty cool.
I love that. I wish you'd talk to him about just legalizing sports gambling all over the country. That would be nice because we'd sure like to have it in Texas.
Yeah. I think Texas is coming, though, right? I
hope so.
You can't really, if you don't legalize it, it's not as if you're holding it off. You're just forcing more illegal operations. So there's too much money in Texas for this not to become legalized at some point, I would think. And obviously in Texas you grow up betting.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a big thing. I mean, I'm obviously on the side of things where I think sports wagering is a good thing. I think it's good for leagues. I think it's good for team owners. I think it's good for players' unions. I think it's good for players. I think it's good for media. And I think it's good for fans. In our lives these days, we don't change our schedule on a day-to-day basis based upon, must-see TV on NBC or something like that. It's not like, oh, I got to go on Thursday night. I'm going to go watch a Cosby Show or I'm going to go watch Friends. Right. It's not that. We do that at our own time.
Yep.
The only thing that people come together is based upon sports. You guys know no one's ever said, "Oh, I'm going to watch a Super Bowl Tuesday." No. You're going out with all your buddies, your friends, your family, and sports has become now a great way for Americans to socialize and to have camaraderie together. And if you put a $20 on the game or $100 on a game, you're just more into it. So I'm a big proponent that I think. It keeps people off the streets.
Yes,
this is a good thing.
Well, obviously sports is the only appointment television left. We had a state representative on from the Dallas area that is against it. And so we invited him on and say, we're for it. You're against it, but we want to know why. And the BS that he was trying to tell us, right, about how bad it is. And, we asked him, well, what facts do you have? And he sent us a one sheet that honestly looked like a fifth grader put it together on this PowerPoint with no sourcing. When you hear people like this state representative that are against it, Do you buy any of their arguments, or how easy is it for you guys to say that's not true, that's not true, that's not true?
Well, I mean, I think I got to be careful here. You got a state representative coming in to talk to you guys about why sports gambling's bad.
Yes.
Oh my God, you guys are like a minus 2,000 favorite to smoke.
Exactly.
Yes. Like, what do you think? Obviously, like what does this guy like to do? Does he visit museums? Does he go hiking? What are you talking about? This guy clearly doesn't know the benefits of sports gambling. Now I realize that sometimes you get a bad story. You might nobody wants a problem gambling. But I mean, you can also say like, well, should we outlaw automobiles? Because sometimes I bet you somewhere in this country today, somebody's going to have a bad accident. It's going to be tragic. It's terrible. But you don't outlaw it. Like, this is a good thing for so many people. It's good for revenue. It's good for jobs. Like, I don't understand that. Maybe I know sometimes there's a religious component to it, but like, what was it? What was his reason?
Oh, there was people go broke, beat your wife, beat your kids, and you end up on public assistance.
Because you couldn't hit it over?
Yeah.
Come on.
Right. Exactly.
This is ridiculous.
It's totally ridiculous.
I'll email you his one sheet. You'll get a kick out of it.
No, Derek, we had a good time with that guy.
Yeah.
I promise you.
Yeah.
We had a good time with him. I don't know if it did us any good, but we at least we got it out in the open, right?
Well, I appreciate you guys fighting the good fight.
Absolutely. We're going to continue to do that. I promise you that. I promise you that.
Well, and what we want is get it on the ballot. Because he's keeping it from even getting on the ballot. Let the people at Texas decide.
Yeah. Oh, look at this. After this delay, did we get a Yurfee there in the Orioles, or when did they hit that 2-run home run?
Yeah, I've been talking to you. I'm not sure.
We had a Yurfee in the Yankees game right off the get-go.
Yeah.
This Yurfee and Nerfie betting, by the way, it is exploding. Yeah. I'm trying to take a look on the board. Where's the White Sox game? We had a guy just pile in a ton of cash on White Sox Yurfee right now. That game should be going right now.
I think it's down here on the bottom right.
Okay.
Bottom right, 0-0.
Okay.
Derek Stevens, they're telling us you got to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
We keep you all day.
Yeah, we keep you all
Great
day.
to have San Antonio.
Appreciate you.
Thanks for visiting Circa once again. We're going to have a great weekend. I'll see you guys around all weekend.
Thanks for having us.
Appreciate it. Derek
Thank
Stevens
you.
here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is heading to Vegas, and you're coming with us. Join Jason and Joe from the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas for Mega March, March 27th through the 30th. Catch baseball's opening day and all of the hoops action at the world's largest sports book. Then take the party to Stadium Swing with 6 pools and a massive 143-foot screen. Book now at CircaLasVegas.com with promo code BLITZ and join us at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports, sun, spirits, and a sure bet for an unforgettable time.
Empower. Jen has ordered a decadent seafood tower, king crab legs, lobster tails, and a waterfall of caviar. Pricey? You bet. But Jen worked with Empower on her savings and investment strategy and planned for splurges like these. She got good at money, so she can be a little bad. Ooh, champagne. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. OMG, those shrimps are really jumbo.
Celebrating Women's History Month, brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Actress Brooke Shields says the stigma associated with women after reaching a certain age is laughable. That's because
all the women I know who are in their 50s are these extraordinary, vibrant women who are starting totally new chapters in their life.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You could save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com.
Sly Stone became an icon.
A Hulu original from Questlove.
Sly and the Family Stone. It can't be overstated how popular they were.
Variety called Sly Lives, the definitive fun pop documentary.
He opened the portal, like, come this way.
Generations have been influenced by Sly.
RogerEbert.com raves. It's a sonic kick to the soul.
If you've been on this height in life and you stop, where's that energy go?
Sly Lives, a.k.a. The Burden of Black Genius. Now streaming on Hulu.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code JQ to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight, and you can't even throw an internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Empower. Nick bought a new guitar, a 62 American Classic Electric. Does he know how to play? No. But Nick's Empower investment account has performed well. He got good at money, so he can be a little bad. Empower. Invest well, live a little. Start today at empower.com.
Past performance is not indicative of future returns. Investing involves risk. You may lose money. Advisory services are provided for a fee by Empower Advisory Group, LLC, EAG, a registered investment advisor with the Securities and Exchange Commission. This is a really good guitar solo.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, store. It all happens this Saturday. 1 day only. Coastal waterfront properties starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389.
Did you know colon cancer can be detected early or prevented through regular screening?
I have detected Around Earth is the greatest lie ever.
Okay, Roger. My uncle just passed away and I inherited his cockatoo, Roger. He was a member of the Flat Earth Society, so Roger picked up on some of his rhetoric. Anyway, screening, such as a colonoscopy.
Screen these! Screen these!
Roger that, Roger. Moving on. Colonoscopies can detect early-stage colon or rectal cancer or even polyps, which are abnormal growths that can turn into cancer over time.
I'm a Flat Earth walker.
Come on, Roger. What did I do to my uncle to deserve you? You don't get to choose what you inherit, just like colon cancer. Unlike Roger here, I believe in science. And science says that if colon cancer runs in your family, you're more likely to develop it yourself. Talk to your doctor about when you should start screening. Find out more at coloncancercoalition.org. A message from the Colon Cancer Coalition.
I'm AJ Hoffman from the Morning Huddle. Join me and Rob Thompson tomorrow morning at 6, your early morning wake-up call on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We are at Circa, Las Vegas. Stadium Swim. And awesome having Derek Stevens on. And nothing like having a guy like Derek Stevens on the show. I'm just going behind the curtain. My computer overheated and shut down. And, it was weird because you know how like sometimes on your iPhone it will say you're getting that heat warning and whatever. Well, my computer just completely shut down, and you realize, we're in direct sun even though we're in the cabana. So if you're watching on YouTube, we are we're adjusting. We've got trying to protect the equipment. Hey, Joe, pull that.
And we're doing
that over the Comrex.
Over this?
Yeah.
All right, there you go. Hey, we're good. We got a curtain closed here.
Well, that's it.
It may turn into a sauna in here, but
I've adjusted.
there's an air conditioner.
And there's
right
a fan right there.
Yeah, so we're good.
So Jasmine could figure out all that and just keep us cool. That's what she's doing. Jasmine, is here doing our social media and other duties as assigned. And Fanning Reinagel might be one of those other duties as assigned.
Boy, you ain't kidding. I'm telling you. Yeah, it's a little warm, but it's all right. I love being here. Do the show here every day if we could. This is just fantastic. It's great having Derek Stevens on. That guy is just a billionaire that you wouldn't know is a billionaire, if that makes any sense. I mean, he's just a regular guy.
Yeah, although, did you see that watch he was wearing?
Oh, well, sure.
I mean, I don't know much about watches. I'm not a watch guy, but my goodness, I've never seen a watch quite like that.
Well, the guy I mentioned, he's a billionaire, right?
Oh, yeah. I think you did mention that. And we will get him that information on what that state rep, what was his name, Sheehan?
Yeah, I believe it was.
It sent us. And I'm not exaggerating. What this guy sent us looked like a middle school project doing old school PowerPoint with a bunch of likelies and coulds and no real data to back it up, which is unfortunate. Now, again, I am very much pro legalized gambling in the state of Texas, specifically sports gambling. But if they threw a casino there and I could go play blackjack or a slot machine or whatever, I'm down for that too, because you got to be responsible. And I know there are some that aren't, but for the vast majority, they are. And at least let the voters decide. The fact that they're doing what they can to not even put it on the ballot, and they block that. Now, granted, we voted those people into office, and we vote them in to make those decisions. But when Dan Patrick said last year, and I'm paraphrasing, because it was a Democrat bill, not a Republican, the Republicans wouldn't support it, that's what pisses me off. Not everything needs to be party line. At some point, bipartisan will get that kind of thing done, or at least let the voters decide. If Texas voters vote it down, I'd be unhappy, but at least it was the voters that made that decision.
No, absolutely. And look, Derek brought up a good point. I mean, an automobile accident, somebody gets into that, do you ban cars? I mean, alcohol, not good for you. People make stupid decisions when they're drunk. You can't ban it, though, right? I mean, it's just people are going to do what they want to do. I gamble on sports all the time.
Yep.
And I tell you what, from the radio station to my house, I can stop in about 5 different convenience stores and play slot machines.
Well,
it's ridiculous.
Well, because there's loopholes. There's a new spot in New Braunfels, and it's basically a smaller version of what you have at Kickapoo. But because it's sweepstakes, there's loopholes in there, and you've got to do something to make a decision, so that makes it a skill game. So there are loopholes there. We just got to get past that. Now, the other thing, and we've heard this for years, and it was a true argument. Everything that I've been told from politicians to people like Derek Stevens, it's not true anymore. It used to be places like Nevada would spend a lot of money with lobbyists to keep it out. Then they realized, well, Vegas hasn't hurt at all because it became legal in other states, because people still like to come to Las Vegas for everything else that Las Vegas offers. So now they support it because, well, they all have apps. Circa has an app that would be legal, and they would drop it in Texas like they have in Illinois, like they have in Kentucky and other places. So they get it, and they want it.
Absolutely, and it just makes sense. Every pro sports team wants it, including the San Antonio Spurs. They all do, and everybody would benefit. And look, if you don't like gambling, don't gamble. I mean, nobody's going to force you to, right? Nobody's going to force you to gamble if you don't want to do it. If you're against it, it doesn't matter. Then don't do it. But the rest of us do, and that's look. It just. We should have that choice, that ability to do it if that's what we choose to do.
Well, and again, it's like states where weed is legal. Not everybody does weed, right? Not everybody's going to gamble, but you have the option, and that's all we want. Oh, I am going to send that email forwarded
for sure.
To Derek, because I know he'll get a kick out of it, and I imagine later tonight, over drinks, we will have more discussion
I'm sure.
about this. And yes, he did tell us to meet him for drinks later.
Yes,
so
he did.
That will be a lot of fun. And we'll probably have some drinks while we're watching some basketball. Sweet 16 round is happening tonight. And a lot of really good games on the schedule tonight. Let's see, what do we have? Arkansas, Texas Tech, BYU, Alabama, Maryland, Florida, And Arizona against Duke are the Sweet 16 games tonight that you can listen to here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. I know Texas Tech, Arkansas should be a pretty good game.
Should be.
But I do expect Texas Tech to roll in that one.
What do you mean roll?
Roll.
They're not going to roll.
They're going to roll.
Come on.
They're favored by 5.5.
That's it. So you're gonna lay the 5.5?
I'm going to lay the 5.5.
Okay. Well, I'm probably going to go the other way. I've already put a bet on BYU. I like BYU tonight. Not necessarily to win the game, but I think that's going to be a close game. And I'm not sure Alabama's all that. That's just me. Well, I like BYU.
I mean, Alabama is favored by 4.5. The over-under on that one is 175.5.
There might be some threes shot.
Well, it might. I mean, you know, the Florida game is at 156. Duke game is at 154.5. And the Texas Tech Arkansas game's at 147.5. You had Alabama, BYU at 175.5. And so you're taking BYU and the upset on that one.
I am. I actually added it 5.5. That line is coming down. So we'll see what happens. But I do like I like BYU. I'm not a big proponent of Alabama, so we'll see what happens there. The other three I haven't decided yet, but I will.
Well, I mean, Duke favored by 9.5.
Yep.
And Duke is just, I'd be stunned if something happened. Now, granted, in my bracket, I've got Duke winning it all next Monday night in San Antonio. Arizona is good, but, you know, Duke is just a tough matchup for everybody. And, you know, when you look at these, you know, I don't know that in any of the games tonight, it'd be interesting, Maryland and Florida, they don't have the depth in that one. I mean, Florida favored by, 6.5 in that one. I don't know that Maryland has the depth to keep up with the Florida Gators.
Well, and I tell you what, with Florida, they ought to be scared to death because they should have gotten beaten by UConn last week. They were lucky to pull that thing out, and so they had their scare. And if I've got Florida to win the whole thing, so obviously I'm hoping that they roll Maryland tonight. But
and
that should be a pretty decent game.
And you mentioned UConn, and you know after that game, Coach Dan Hurley, not all classy while leaving the court, cussing the referees and, you know, telling Baylor, don't let them like, and again, not a good look for Dan Hurley.
Horrible look.
And Hurley must be hearing it because he has sort of apologized, talking about how great those officials are. And he was, you know, having his little meltdown, his words, in an area where there's generally not media. Now, I've been to a lot of games, Tunnel. I've been there. I don't know what he was thinking, although if the media wasn't supposed to be there, then don't you look at the UConn PR guy and say, dude, did you not do your job right?
It's exactly right. It's exactly what you do. If the guy's not supposed to be there, he shouldn't have been there. But I have a feeling he was supposed to be there, or else he wouldn't have been. It's not just the PR guy. The security folks know who's in, who's not. That's why you have a credential. So he was supposed to be there, and it was just a bad moment for Dan Hurley and something he shouldn't have done.
Absolutely. And he has apologized.
Well, good for him.
Yeah, as he knows. And it was a bad look.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I was waiting for that, Pledge. Thank you.
Were you now?
Well, sure. Perfect opportunity to call Dan Hurley a donkey.
Yeah. You like doing that anyway.
I do.
I mean, the only people that defended him were UConn types.
That's it. It was undefensible. And even UConn type should have criticized him. But I get why they didn't. It's okay.
Comical.
All right. Jasmine's over here dancing. See that?
No, I don't see that. We're on the radio. Nobody else saw that either.
Well, I'm trying to tell you.
And you shouldn't dance
I'm trying to tell you. Look.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, my goodness. There you go.
Jasmine's worked here 15 years. This is the most she's ever listened to a show.
I know it.
It's
incredible. It's great.
She might learn something.
She's enjoying it.
Although she didn't like my take on Arkansas. I saw sign language.
Ah.
Yes. She didn't even know Arkansas was playing tonight.
Oh, my goodness. Now she does. We're going to turn her into a gambler before it's all over. You watch, yeah.
I mean, first off, she got a fan going. She's done her job here.
Yes, she did. That's nice.
It is wonderful.
Nice.
It is much cooler in here.
Yes, it is.
But there are a lot of things that we got to work on with Jasmine because, I don't know. We went till 3 a.m. and I think she went to bed at midnight.
I think so. In fact, I don't remember seeing her in the casino at all.
I saw her at the bar.
Yeah, okay.
At the bar.
Fair enough.
I don't think she parted with $1, though, at a casino table or a slot machine.
Well, that'll change.
It will.
Yeah.
It will. Interesting news on Wemby today. Surgery for that blood clot. We'll give you the latest that we know coming up here on the Blitz, live at Circa Las Vegas here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. We're halfway there to the Elite Eight. 4 more teams will click their way in. Who's it going to be?
And as college basketball continues, we got baseball all weekend. The Spurs are playing down. And, oh, by the way, Aaron Rodgers still doesn't have a team. We'll talk about it all. Get here early. The party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You know, the Roo Pub is proven to be the best place to watch games with those 3 massive 170-inch screens and TVs all around. All the games, all the fights, and when you show up at the Roo Pub, show up hungry. The food is fantastic. Open daily at 11. Great for lunch, great for dinner, great for late at night, and the best place to watch a game. Just down from the big blind, right next to the Angry Elephant. The Roo Pub, 281 in Redland Road. We'll see you at the Roo.
Rock's Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for making Rock's the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rock's has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rock's know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit rocksdiscountvitamins.com.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat. Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
Who's cutting down the nets this year? Get in on all the tournament action at ESPN Bet Sportsbook. Go from tracking the latest upsets to placing bets in just a few taps. Right now, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet Sportsbook app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Coverage varies by plan. View contracts and exclusions at endurancewarranty.com.
This is an announcement to all United States vehicle owners who own a 2003 or newer vehicle with a manufacturer's warranty about to expire, or no warranty coverage at all. With a struggling economy and the cost of living on the rise, Endurance is now offering an affordable, low-cost vehicle coverage plan to the general public. As of today, you could be one of millions of drivers that now may qualify to have your vehicle protected under this coverage and have all future covered auto repairs paid directly to the repair shop for you. You pick your plan. You pick your deductible. You even pick the repair shop. Roadside service, towing, and rental coverage is included. Get your vehicle protected now and save your wallet from costly vehicle repairs. A toll-free number has been established for you to call for your free 5-minute quote and to see if you qualify. The number to call is 800-247-1146. 800-247-1146. Again, that's 800-247-1146.
Still getting around to that fix on your car? You got this. On eBay, you'll find millions of parts guaranteed to fit. Doesn't matter if it's a major engine repair or your first time swapping your windshield wipers. eBay has that part you need, ready to click perfectly into place for changes big and small. Loud or quiet, find all the parts you need at prices you'll love. Guaranteed to fit every time. But you already know that. eBay. Things, people, love. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
The Valero Texas Open is a can't-miss event.
Here's your chance to enjoy food, drinks, and the world's best PGA Tour pros as they tee it up at TPC San Antonio. You won't want to miss the next defining, unexpected, and winning moments at the Valero Texas Open. Proceeds help us continue a long-standing tradition of giving back to our community. Buy tickets on ValeroTexasOpen.com and join us April 3rd through the 6th.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
It's time for basketball, and Uber Eats is dropping deals on game day favorites to keep you locked in on the action. Like when you're craving a buzzer beater, but also buffalo wings. Or when an upset makes you want to ugly cry into a pizza. And right now, Uber Eats has game day deals from McDonald's, Popeyes, Pizza Hut, Wendy's, and hundreds more local favorites. So you can keep your eyes on the ball and your hands on a hamburger. Order now, only on Uber Eats. Product availability varies by region. See app for details.
Buyers Barricades is proud to provide traffic control, rental, and sales for work zones and events in the San Antonio area and beyond. Buyers Barricades, the Texas authority in barricade rental. Learn more online at buyersbarricades.com. That's buyersbarricades.com.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Along with Joe Reinagel, I'm Jason Menix. In Las Vegas at Circa, Las Vegas, outside at Stadium Swim. We're actually in a cabana. We had to move inside a little bit because our equipment was overheating.
Yeah, it was. The sun was the wind's blowing pretty hard right now. I don't know if there's a little front coming through or what, but it is pretty windy right now. But still a beautiful day here, and loving it. It's when we go to places like the Rue Pub, we got to sit and you watch other people have a good time. That's hard. But I tell you what, sitting here, watching all these people have so much fun, it makes working tough today.
I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
You agree with me?
No.
Oh.
The job does not suck.
No, it doesn't.
Work.
I know.
What's great, though, is, when we come west, like I feel bad for, say, Rob Thompson and AJ Hoffman or anybody that does a morning show that has to come out west because they start in the middle of the night. Our show out here is noon to 4, which is perfect. So while they're having a good time right now, we get done at 4 o'clock. You've got all day.
All day.
I mean, you go back to your TV days and you used to get so pissed when you'd see like me and Dat Wynn or Rob Thompson leaving the Cowboys facility, and you're like, I got to hang out here till 9 o'clock to do my 2-minute stand-up.
I know it.
And you were always, I don't want to say jealous, but you let it be known that you were not happy that we were going to a bar, and you and Marcus had to stick around there to do that.
Yeah, jealous is the wrong word. I've never been jealous of you or Rob Thompson.
Well, not that you would admit it.
Maybe that win.
Not that you would admit it.
That did suck, though. I'll tell you that. But you did what you had to do, and you did. There is that light at the end of the tunnel today, because it will only be 4 o'clock out here in Las Vegas when we sign off the air. So.
And the good news is you haven't lost any money in the last couple of hours, and you still have a little more than another 2 hours before you'll start losing money again.
Well, I haven't won any money either, Minix. That's the thing. I mean,
but we know you.
It depends on where you're looking at it and how you look at it. So sitting in here may probably cost me a lot of money. There's just no telling how much I would have won.
If you're watching on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, when you think about Stadium Swim, there are 3 levels to it. We're at the top level, and there's a pool in front of us. There's nothing going on there. If you could see the party that's going on the next level down and the next level down. Now, you and I recorded a video before the show, and you could see a lot of what was going on, and that was still in the morning time. based on the traffic I see going down those stairs over yonder, it's even more crowded now. It's anything but dead. Although I see Renee is like, it looks dead there based on that pool shot. Yeah, we're up here. Yeah, which is why we're here.
Right.
You know, down there, if you can hear in the background that DJ going, we can't get closer and do the show. It would be damn near impossible. I was kind of hoping they'd put us in that DJ booth, but they didn't.
Well, that would be cool too. And you got to understand, we need internet, right? So they've got internet in here for us that we have to have. So you got to be in certain spots to be able to do that. Otherwise, you know, we go out in that big couch right there and do the show. But we go where we go, and it's so nice for me. Look, I don't want to see those people having fun down there at the pool. The hell with them.
Listen to you.
I don't want to see it. I can watch the games here. And I'm doing just fine. By the way, Texas is up 1-0.
Yep.
Over Boston at this point in time. Astros still scoreless in their game, although they have the bases loaded right now.
Go Stros. And your Cardinals, are they doing anything?
They're in a rain delay.
Of course they are.
They're in a rain delay.
How disappointing.
Raining in St. Louis. That's too bad. Damn it.
It's a forecast for the season for St. Louis.
Or for Minnesota, one of the two. Yeah. I mean, that's possible.
Let's just go Minnesota with that one.
We'll go with Minnesota, yeah. I will.
Wemby either has had surgery or is going to have surgery. There is conflicting reports out of France about Wemby having surgery for that blood clot. So this was announced by the French national team coach in a French media outlet. Almost sounds like he's already had the surgery, but there's other reports that say he's expected to. So at this point, I have no idea. Texted some people that they found out the same way we did from a French outlet. The Spurs have not officially announced anything yet or provided any kind of an update. Although the surgery, if it is for the blood clot, nothing overly serious to be concerned about, because the French national coach said that they hope and expect him to be ready to play this summer for the French national team. So certainly not anything long term. And, I guess you could say the good news there is with whatever he's been dealing with, I'm thinking October for next Spurs season and the off season with him and De'Aaron Fox and whoever the Spurs draft. But they're looking at, from the French team, is he going to be available to play for the French national team? And that certainly seems to be the case right now.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think any of this is that serious, although when you're dealing with blood clots, it does kind of pique your attention, get your attention, I should say. So happy that he had this. Obviously, this is the best thing to do, to get rid of this thing and to make sure, hopefully, that it stays away. But he'll be just fine. He's young. He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine. Rub some dirt on it.
Yeah, dude, it's blood clots, man.
Come on, rub some dirt on it.
I mean, isn't that the crazy thing when you get like a no-see-um injury?
Get a what?
No-see-um.
Right? No-see-um.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. Right? You can't, you turn your ankle, you have knee surgery, you've got a scar, you do things. I don't know. I call those no-see-um injuries. I don't know what's going on. It's internal. And that's got to be more frustrating when I don't know how you rehab. You take medicine, you have a little surgery, and over time somebody tells you you're good to do something else. It's not like, hey man, I feel my ankle's getting stronger. I'm feeling more confident on my ankle. With the no-see-um type injury, what the hell do you do?
Well, you don't do anything, but you trust your doctor. That's all you can do, right? So I'm guessing the surgery was just to get that clot out of there, right? Is that I'm assuming? And that to me, though, says maybe it was a little bit worse than what people were letting on, that it couldn't be contained. Because most of the doctors we talked to, Jason, said that, medicine, blood thinners, and it'll be fine. But the fact that they went in and had to do surgery on this thing, if that's what has happened or they're expected to do that, that seems to me it's a little bit, maybe a little more serious than we thought. But it looks like everything's going to be okay.
Now, Matt Roy from News 4 just texted me and said he has had surgery already. Spurs official stance is that they will keep all of Wemby's health items in-house and private. But, Mitch is going to be asked about it at his pregame presser. But what is he going to say? I think at this point, the Spurs are going to be forced to respond in some way. Well, yep, he had surgery. He's expected to be just fine and ready when training camp starts.
That's all they need to say, honestly.
But it is odd that you hear from the French national team about an NBA star, and the Spurs don't even release that. You know, De'Aaron Fox say, hey, he's going to have surgery. This is what they're doing. I'm not sure why, although it's the Spurs, they would say we're just keeping all of Wemby's health stuff private.
Well, that's the Spurs way. That's what they do. They don't say anything about that kind of stuff. I mean, the Greg Popovich stuff, right? Very quiet about that. And I get it. I understand. But when you have that kind of stuff gets out these days, right? And you know it's going to get ahead of it. And Wemby had surgery, that blood clot, he's fine. He'll be ready to go when the season begins. Bam. No problem.
Well, and you look at it and all right, the French national team does this. They're the ones that make this public. And again, I remember back in the day, there was stuff like that with Tony Parker that, would break over there and it gets across the pond. It happens. So I'm a little surprised if Wemby wanted to keep things private, especially with this, because it's an OCM, that the Spurs and the French national team weren't on the same page with Wemby's team on getting this information out. Because, again, Matt says he's had it. You read one of those French reports makes it seem like he's had it. Another one makes it seem like it's expected to happen.
Well, he's had it, obviously, and that's 2 reports now that he's had it. That's fine. I don't know, honestly, what the big deal is, and I never have when it comes to the Spurs about releasing stuff like that. He's a big star. People care about him. They want to know, how he's doing. And it would have been very simple to do that, but they choose to keep it in-house. So what are you going to do?
Well, I mean, let's face it. The Spurs don't like any kind of drama. They are the complete opposite of, say, LeBron James and Stephen A. Smith and their little back and forth, which at this point is just getting comical. And some of the things, and Stephen A. was going to respond to what LeBron said on McAfee show. It's just comical in that area.
Well, but Stephen A.'s loving it. Are you kidding me? He's getting this publicity. Not that he needs it. He just got a huge contract extension, but he's loving it. He's in the spotlight. He's having a fight with LeBron James, for goodness sake. And that whole episode at the basketball game. I mean, that kind of stuff, that kind of publicity is priceless for a guy like Stephen A. Smith. So he's loving it, and he'll keep this thing going as long as LeBron keeps it going.
Well, absolutely, and he'll keep it going a little bit longer. What I thought this morning was interesting was Windhorst having to defend himself on his relationship with LeBron James. Now, you think about Windhorst and his relationship, the 4 books. What LeBron said the other day, that was the more bizarre thing than even Stephen A. Going back and forth. Now, were they friends at one point? Were they close at one point? I think that's pretty obvious. But at the same time, apparently not now, for whatever reason.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there, but boy, I tell you what, I think Windhorst made it sound like they were a lot closer than obviously LeBron did. But I don't know what's going on. But hey, we sit here and we call out people, players, coaches. We do it, right? So, you expect people to do the same back to you. And what are you going to do? What are you going to say about it? Windhorst does that. He reports on things, not necessarily an opinion guy, but he reports on things. And so it's only fair that players fire back and tell the truth. I'm perfectly cool with it. If I'm going to sit here and I've got an issue with, say, Dan Hurley, and Hurley wants to, say something to me, fine. No problem. I deserve it. Now, and if I'm going to dish it out, you got to take it. So Windhorst needs to do the same. And Stephen A., it's just a circus, and he loves it. So
absolutely. Well played, Pledge.
Yes.
Well played. That's exactly what it is. It's a circus. Content, as they like to say.
Content.
Content.
Yes.
content creators.
And look, let's face it, the fact that Windhorse is being mentioned on a show like I find it comical, though, because isn't McAfee on ESPN?
He is.
Everybody that LeBron called out works for ESPN.
They do. They do.
Comical.
But, I mean, but that's in part what you expect from McAfee. And again, with LeBron in Indiana for that game against the Pacers. And, dude, he hit the game winner last night. I know I was watching the highlights of that on the plane coming out here to Vegas. But, props to McAfee for getting an hour or a little more than an hour with LeBron James there in his studio. And there was a lot more coming out of it. And I think that might be the unfortunate part for LeBron is everybody's talking about Stephen A. and what he said about Windhorst and instead of some of the other stuff and where they're at basketball-wise. I'm still trying to figure out Steve Nash as his co-host for his new podcast because I don't know Nash as being a big media type guy, although he and J.J. Redick went so deep in the game of basketball, and maybe that's what Nash is wanting to do if he does anything broadcast is to really deep dive and not just go surface level.
Well, maybe Steve Nash is a funny guy, right? Who knew Bill Belichick was as funny and comical as he is? And, he gets in the media and surprises everybody. Tom Brady the same way. And there's a lot of guys that you don't think they're that way, but, different career. Steve Nash, maybe he'll be pretty good. I'll listen. I'll give him a shot.
Absolutely. Well, that's coming soon. Coming soon. See, Astros are up now, 1-0.
1-0, Houston, yeah.
Rangers and Red Sox tied at 1.
Uh-huh.
Opening day of Major League Baseball. Happy opening day. Sweet 16 basketball tonight. Great day. We've got more coming up here from Circa, Las Vegas, here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
You talk about opening day of baseball and Sweet 16, that means it's springtime, right? I mean, that's exactly what it means. Spring is here, and, well, we've already seen it. Storms happen, and they will happen in San Antonio and South Texas. In fact, I believe it's raining there today, if I'm not mistaken. Look, if you've been hit by a storm, you think your roof might have some damage, you want somebody you can trust. When you call a number like Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994, you want to make sure that company is reputable, that they do a good job, and that they do it for a fair price. You can trust Stevens Roofing to do all of that. They're a family-owned company, local company, and they've been in business for a long time. And trust me, you don't stay in business that long if you're not doing it right. Stevens Roofing is absolutely doing it right. In fact, right now, you can call up Stevens Roofing at 210-785-0994 and tell them you want somebody to come out and check the roof. Make sure that everything is okay. They'll send that out there, and they'll do it free of charge. They'll let you know what's wrong, or they'll tell you that everything is okay. Great company, good folks. Stevens Roofing is the absolute best. Call Stevens Roofing. Get that peace of mind that you deserve. Stevens Roofing, 210-785-0994.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
Ahead of the field and throws it down with a right hand.
Your home for the NBA.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure your spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, storage, and more. It all happens this Saturday. One day only. Coastal waterfront properties starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389. 0389.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Many of the successes you've had began with a great opportunity. Now, here's another one. Get started on your degree or certificate in San Antonio. Choose from more than 135 degree and certificate programs, faster onboarding, and more from University of Maryland Global Campus. Get personalized local support services and take online or hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Don't let pain hold you back from living your best life. I'm Dr. Jason Garrett with Arasti. At Arasti, we're dedicated to providing fast, effective relief from pain. Whether you've been dealing with a chronic discomfort for years or have recently suffered an injury, our goal is to help you recover quickly. Our treatment is all natural, non-invasive, and covered by most insurance plans. With convenient locations nearby, relief is just a call away. Visit Arasti.com. That's AIRROSTI.com. Arasti, we fix pain fast.
Mellow Mushroom has the best pizza in San Antonio. Mellow delivers the best pizza experience with their delicious dough, premium ingredients, and unique flavors. Delivering a higher order of pizza is the standard. If Mellow can make a pizza this delicious, imagine what they can do with munchies, greens, calzones, and burgers. Mellow Mushroom has San Antonio's best happy hour with food specials and half-off adult beverages. Mellow Mushroom is at 1604 in Stone Oak Parkway. Hang with friends, watch the game, and mellow out at Mellow Mushroom.
Wesley Financial Group is not a law firm.
Are you a victim of the timeshare trap and think there's no way out? I'm Chuck McDowell, founder of Wesley Financial Group, the original timeshare cancellation expert. And I'm here to tell you that there is a way out. All you need to do is give my office a call. I will send you a timeshare exit information kit absolutely free, explaining how the timeshare industry works and your options for cancellation.
Call Wesley now for your free info kit. 800-961-5544. 800-961-5544.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Is your concrete sinking? Whether it's your driveway, sidewalk, or patio, those uneven surfaces are not just ugly, they're dangerous. That's where Groundworks comes in. They use state-of-the-art concrete lifting solutions to prevent tripping hazards, and they're the best at what they do. Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Progressive knows if you have to choose between everyday life and your boat, boat wins.
What are you going to do? Take the boat out for a spin or go mail something? Boat wins! Are we cleaning the patio or taking the boat out fishing? Boat wins! Are we skipping that eye exam to go sailing? Boat wins!
Rescheduling eye exams can be a nightmare.
All right, fine. Eye exam, then boat.
Yeah!
With Progressive, you can bundle your boat with your home or auto and save with a discount and spend more time enjoying those savings on your boat. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states and situations.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Let's get you caught up in some Major League Baseball. Right now, the Houston Astros playing at home against the New York Mets have a 1-0 lead early in that game. And the Texas Rangers taking on the Boston Red Sox. That ball game all tied up at 1. According to the French journalist, Victor Wembanyama underwent surgery to address the deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. Looks like everything's okay, and they're hoping he'll be ready to play this summer.
Sports Center is brought to you by Buyers Barricades, the Texas Authority in Barricade Rental. BuyersBarricades.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minix.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Opening day of Major League Baseball, Sweet 16 basketball tonight. No better place than where we are right now. Circa, Las Vegas.
No doubt about it. We're outside at Stadium Swim, which is one of the coolest places there is. It really is. So they've got every game, just about, I would say every game is on Major League Baseball-wise. So opportunity to sit here and just watch them all. But a lot of fun. Folks enjoying the outdoor. Weather's great. It's a great place to be.
It is incredible. Wish you were out here with us. And if not, man, next time you're in Vegas, I know you might have your regular spot. You got to come to Circa Las Vegas. The rooms are great. The restaurants are great. The gambling's been fantastic. The pool is great. Even if you're not staying here, just come and experience their sports book. But I recommend staying here. The rooms are all incredible.
Oh, they're fantastic. No, they really are. The service is outstanding. It's a great place. They really make you feel at home here at Circa. And it's kind of cool, Jason. How you feel, but just being downtown Vegas, we're not on the Strip. We're downtown Las Vegas. And used to be downtown Vegas had a really bad reputation, but they have done a lot of work to the downtown area. And then Circa is just like a diamond in the rough here, right? I mean, it just kind of shines brightly amongst all the older hotels and casinos, but it's a great place. It's cool being downtown.
You think about the Fremont Street experience, which Circa is a big part of, and Derek Stevens, and just creating the environment. And you're right. I mean, for years we were always at the Strip, and many times wouldn't even come downtown. Now, last couple times we've been coming, may or may not even go up to the Strip just to check anything out, because everything you need is here, which is fantastic. Because I know at some point, it's in the DNA. I've got to go to the El Cortez at some point.
Exactly.
That's a given.
Which is just 2 blocks away,
if that.
Yeah.
The other end of Fremont. So just so much here. And Circa, part of their group, has the D, Derek Stevens and Golden Gate. So I mean, there's depending on where you are, and like when we give those promo codes, it's for Circa, but they do work at the other ones as well. So I did not actually know that until a listener said, I'm over here at the D, but your code worked. I'm like, cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. You've been over to the D. I've never been over there. I need to check that place out before we leave this time around. I want to go over there and see what it's all about. It looks pretty cool.
It is. Well, you're the kind of guy, you get to a place and you don't leave.
No.
Because every no matter where you are, it's got everything that you need.
Yeah.
So, Ryan Eagle never sees the outside of the grounds of wherever he is staying, unless he's forced to because they have tickets for something. But I don't know about we even stopped buying tickets for a lot of things because too many times, all of a sudden you're going well on the blackjack table and you're not going to get up to go to a show.
No, you don't want to do that. It's just kind of a pain in the butt to do that. But you're right. I mean, when I get somewhere, and all this place is ideal, but any place you go, I mean, there's always 9-10 restaurants and pool and gambling and anything you need. So, and it's certainly here, and all the restaurants here are fantastic. So, there's just no reason to leave. Although it's easy to do here because Fremont Street's just, you walk out the door and you're there.
You're there.
Yeah.
You're there. And the fact that this is the only 21 and up resort. So you don't have any kids at the pool. You don't have any kids running around the casino. You don't have any strollers that you've got to dodge while you're going through the casino, which, now that my kid is older, although I never brought Erica out here until her 21st birthday.
Right.
And I know people that bring their kids, and you do you, but I'm glad there's no kids at this place.
Well, I'm pretty happy about it, too, to be quite honest with you. And that is cool. And, you don't even think about it, quite frankly, until you go somewhere else. And then you think about it, and you see what's going on. I told you about the time I got run over by one of those electric cart things at the Bellagio. I didn't tell you that story? I'm saying we had just checked in. And I'm standing there waiting for Maggie, and all of a sudden, bam! And it was 2 kids driving this electric cart, like kind of like you get the grocery store, like HEB, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I'm going, what the hell? And had I thought about it, I'd have fallen over and been wobbling all over the ground. Might have owned Bellagio after that, but
I doubt it.
I didn't think about it.
They'd have given you a room and a steak, and you'd have been fine.
I was like, damn, well, I already got that. Got to give me something else.
A good steak.
Good steak.
Good Lord.
Yeah, no, so it's kind of cool. The moral of that story is you got to mind your P's and Q's if you're going somewhere where there's kids running around. Here, you don't have to worry about that. I just some old man maybe.
You still have to mind your P's and Q's, right?
Well, you got to, but you don't have to watch out for kids in an electric cart. Crazy.
Sometimes, Ryan Eagle.
I tell you, man, it's nuts, dude.
What's nuts?
Getting hit by two kids in an electric cart.
Uh-huh.
Hey, did you have that on your bingo card when you woke up that day? I sure didn't.
Well, no, and nobody has that on their bingo card. Although, I don't know that, the PTSD that you're describing is necessarily there. The drama, the fear of a cart running you over in Las Vegas because some kid is just trying to have some fun.
Well, I was just pissed off that I didn't handle it better.
So are you mad at the kids or mad at yourself?
I'm not mad at myself.
Well, all right.
I mean, I think that I probably could have benefited myself in some way, shape, or form.
You'd have been that guy.
Yes.
You'd have been that guy.
You're damn right.
Yeah.
Much money as I've given that place. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, my goodness.
Man.
Dude, our curtain just closed on us. You see that? It just got dark all of a sudden.
Well, the wind does that.
Yeah.
I think it's curtains on this segment, and you're crying about kids and not faking an injury and being that guy.
Dude, I love kids.
Yeah,
but I'm pretty happy.
We can tell.
Pretty happy there's none here.
Yeah,
at Circa.
When you say you love kids, you mean most of yours.
Most of them. I love them all. Come on.
Depends on the day.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's very true.
Lord. Oh, man. Well, since we're getting you in that kind of mood, the Aaron Rodgers update that nobody wanted, he's making everybody wait. We'll talk about it. Coming up here on the Blitz, live at Circa Las Vegas here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
I tell you what,
your car to America's best car buyer. GiveMeTheVin.com, and you may be the one that gets an extra $25,000 in your pocket. We are giving away $25,000 to a random person that sells their car to GiveMeTheVin.com in the month of March. GiveMeTheVin.com, big cash giveaway. You can't afford not to try it.
No purchase necessary. For official rules, go to GiveMeTheVin.com.
Sell us your car. GiveMeTheVin.com. So easy you can do it in your underwear.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase. I just paid hundreds for this flight and you can't even throw in internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
San Antonio, the NCAA 2025 Men's Final Four is coming April 4th through the 7th. Check out Reese's Men's Final Four Friday, a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity where you can watch open practices and the Reese's NABC All-Star Game at the Alamo Dome for free. And for the music lovers, March Madness Music Festival, presented by AT&T, Capital One, and Coca-Cola, with 3 days of free concerts, featuring the biggest acts in music at Tower Park and Hemisphere. Visit ncaa.com/men's final four.
George Gets Justice. When you've been injured, you need to get George Salinas Injury Lawyers because you need someone who understands your pain and the impact an accident has on your life. You need someone who listens and is always there fighting for you and your future. When you get George Salinas Injury Lawyers, you get all this and more. If you've been injured, it's time to get George. And remember, you won't pay anything unless they win your case. Call George Salinas at 210-225-0909. George Gets Justice. GetGeorge.com.
Guys, if you're not feeling like yourself anymore, testosterone therapy or TRT may be the answer. Look for the VIP treatment with the TRT experts at Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. With over a decade of TRT experience, book your appointment at synergenicshealth.com.
This Entertainment Insider is sponsored by Progressive Insurance. Actress Jennifer Landon wanted to be part of Paramount's hit show Yellowstone so bad, she told a tiny little lie. But in the end, it all worked out.
I haven't been on a horse since I was about 7 years old. And they went, okay, we're going to tell them that you're a professional. So I guess that lie worked. And then we had to deal with the problem down the road.
Brought to you by Progressive Insurance. You could save big when you bundle your auto, home, motorcycle, RV, or boat. Visit Progressive.com.
The price of gold could surge in 2025. A large bank analyst is calling it the ultimate perceived safe haven asset. That's why thousands of hardworking Americans are getting help safeguarding their money and saving with precious metals like gold and silver. Call 855-838-GOLD to learn about the top-rated precious metals company, Goldco. They're going to give you a free gold and silver kit. Plus, you can also get up to a 10% instant match in bonus silver on qualified orders. Call Goldco at 855-838-GOLD. That's 855-838-GOLD. Performance may vary. You should always consult your financial financial and tax professional.
ZipRecruiter is the place. ZipRecruiter is the place for talented teachers, savvy software developers, and master mixologists. ZipRecruiter is the place where you meet all these people and more. That's because ZipRecruiter is the place for job seekers who are looking for new opportunities. In fact, ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day, so you can find the right candidates right away. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Transform your water with Connecticut. For a limited time, receive a free reverse osmosis drinking station, $400 off with a trade-in, and 0% interest for 12 months with approved credit. Don't wait. The offer ends soon. Call Connecticut today.
Rock's Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for making Rock's the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rock's has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rock's know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit rocksdiscountvitamins.com.
At Diamonds Direct, we believe luxury is an experience and not a price tag. Luxury is expert guidance. It's the selection of 10 jewelry stores under one roof. It's saving time on endless comparison shopping, and you'll only find this experience at Diamonds Direct. Our luxury showroom has it all backed by our lifetime warranties and our signature best price guarantee. Diamonds Direct is the perfect combination of luxury and value, so you don't ever have to compromise. Learn more at diamondsdirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
It's the Blitz with Jason and Joe on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. Maybe you're watching on YouTube. You can always subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He is Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We are live at Circa, Las Vegas. Mega March weekend, opening day of Major League Baseball. And, of course, we got the Sweet 16 coming up tonight. In fact, you can hear all the Sweet 16 action tonight right here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star starting at 6 o'clock. Looking at some of the comments on our YouTube channel, Steven says, no kids allowed at the pool. Music to my ears.
Yep.
Joanne says, check out Barry's Steakhouse. Barry's is in Circa, Las Vegas.
Yes, it is.
And we will definitely. Are we going to Barry's tonight or tomorrow night?
I don't know.
I think it might be tonight. We're going to Barry's. One of the guys in the group, Chip Ingram from Rupub, it's his birthday.
Oh,
so
is it actually today?
I think it's actually Saturday.
Saturday,
but
okay.
I think we're doing dinner tonight.
All right.
I don't.
All right.
Whatever we talked about last night at the bar, I really don't remember.
I don't remember that.
I don't remember.
Just tell me what time. I'll be there.
Orlando says the view of the curtain is awesome.
Yeah.
It look, you never know what you're going to see here. Sometimes it's a curtain. Sometimes it's not. So we had to improvise in the middle of the show. And so we're in a cabana out by Stadium Swim. I encourage you to get an idea of what we're talking about as much as we describe things. And on radio, and like as a radio play-by-play announcer, the idea is you paint the picture of what's going on. It's difficult to describe Circa and do it justice. When you think about the TV's outdoor perfect picture, the pools, the way they are layered, because we're 3 levels of pools, and we're at the top level. So the pool right in front of us, there's not much because, the big party is happening down yonder. Like if you were reserving a cabana at Circa Las Vegas and you want to be in the middle of a party, you go down as close as you can down. If you just want to be kind of relaxing but in the party but not around the crowd, then you want to be up top, right?
Yes.
I would say depending on your age is where you are. So sometimes when you do see people in the pool right in front of us, you could understand what I'm saying there.
Well, I thought they were going to have sex in there a minute ago. One dude was all over his girlfriend.
It's Vegas, man.
I'm just saying.
I mean, he's working on a road win. I mean, let him have fun.
We might have kids watching on YouTube. Come on. Now, I turned the camera a little bit so you can see that lovely plant right there, too, on the left. If you're watching on YouTube, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Well, what'd you do that for?
Well, because I thought it's a nice plant.
Well, why don't you just stand up?
It's a nice plant.
And it's not. And pull the curtain back a little bit.
Well, I don't care about the curtain.
Well, obviously,
I like pissing Orlando off.
The viewers,
good.
The viewers do. The reality is, Ryan Eagle's getting too much sun on his face, so he had to hide behind a curtain. My computer literally shut down. It was overheating, and so we've kind of improvised. So I'm more in the cabana with no view now of the pool because Joe has to have a curtain up because his face was getting red.
Well, dude, it was hot as hell. I mean, the sun was blazing down. I felt like I was in an oven over here. So I did that so my computer wouldn't die. I'd actually like to move it back. There's some cloud cover here, so maybe I can do that.
All right, we'll work on that.
Y'all just enjoy the view. Hey, we got a bunch of spoiled babies on our YouTube channel today.
What do you mean spoiled babies?
Spoiled babies.
I mean, we set up the pool view camera for that very reason. We're trying to spoil them. We want to do that. We're not. We didn't say, hey, tune into YouTube and see a curtain or a plant.
That's a lovely curtain, though, isn't it?
I mean,
nice pattern.
Yeah, sure. You didn't even know the curtain was there for 2 hours.
I didn't. Now I'm going to move that back in the next break, so we'll have some time. But I wish there was more action up here. But you guys got to understand, we're doing the best we can. We can't just do the show from wherever we feel like it. We got to have stuff. We got to have electricity. We got to have internet. All of that stuff. So we're in a nice cabana that none of us could afford to rent if you wanted to.
Now, I've got an idea. And Pledge, talk me through this to see if this could actually work. If Joe were to add video onto his phone and walk around, could we bring that in? Because, the cameras that we have are attached to our laptops. And, with headphones, we can't go anywhere. But if one of us were to do this on our phone, would we be able to bring in that video so you could see what's on the other side of this pool here down and looking down on the other decks?
I mean, yeah, I could bring another video into the stream at some point, but the problem would be, we heard yesterday just how great Joe is with technology when getting to try and work from home.
Well, dude, I mean, I can shoot video on a phone.
But you sure? Can you get into the StreamYard from your phone?
No. Wait, can we do that?
Well,
yes.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Well, yeah, I can do that.
Actually, Pledge, just send it to me. Joe will have, because one of us will have to stay here and talk while the other one is walking around looking at scenery, because we wouldn't be connected audio-wise or hearing. But Pledge, send it to me, and here in a couple minutes, I'll go walk around and show more of what's going on at Circa Las Vegas.
Great idea, Jim.
It is a great idea.
It's a great idea, Jim.
Yeah, Pledge, email that to me. I'll get it set up. And here in a couple minutes, when Ryan Eagle's telling you about Round Table Pizza, I will have the video and I'll go walk around down there. And then you guys have time to get to the YouTube. And look, we're experimenting. We've never done that, so we'll see if it works.
But I just want all you kids on YouTube to understand. Did you see the links that we go through to make sure that you guys are entertained?
Yes. Because, it's walking by right now. There's a lot of them.
I was entertained. Now, if you're watching on YouTube now, be entertained. Okay? Yeah. Be entertained.
It's crazy seeing the number of views now that have just jumped with talking about walking around with that, or with the lovely lady that just walked.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
Now, you think about the scenery here at Circa Las Vegas. I would say similar will be at the Golf Club of Texas on April 14th, when we have our Spring Golf Classic brought to you by Flight by Yingling. Because, a lot of our sponsors, they have great activations on each of the different holes, the 18 holes. And so you won't be thirsty, I can promise you. The scenery is always outstanding.
Yes.
And so there's just so much more than just golf. And the golf is a lot of fun. You won't be thirsty. Did I mention that?
You did, yeah.
And the scenery is outstanding.
Yes.
Did I mention that?
Yes, you did.
We have just a handful of teams left before we're sold out. So get your foursome together and go to sasportstar.com and get signed up for our Spring Golf Classic, April 14th at the Golf Club of Texas. We also have a couple of singles that have signed up, so they need people to play with. So if you don't have a foursome, we do need a couple of singles to get signed up to fill out with the singles that have already signed up. So go to sasportstar.com and get that done. It's March 27th. April 14th is right around the corner. And I know next week with the Valero Texas Open in town, a lot of you will get the golf bug and want to go sign up, and we might be completely sold out then.
Could be.
You know, it's about this time, about 2 weeks out, where we generally are sold out or completely sold out.
Wow.
You okay, Joe?
I'm good. I had a little crick in my neck.
Yeah, well, I
Bet you did.
I have not seen you move that fast.
Yeah. I was like, man. Boom, 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 boom.
And so inconsiderate.
Inconsiderate?
You stood up and moved and blocked my view.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I mean.
Well, dude, you couldn't handle the sun. You know, you sit out here like a man, and you can see things like that.
Well, I was fine. My computer is the one that couldn't handle the sun, literally overheated and completely shut down.
And you take the good with the bad, I'm just saying.
Yep. I'm good. You'll do anything not to talk about Aaron Rodgers, won't you?
Yeah, screw that bum. The hell with him.
Now, why would I no? God, you're so mean.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know why you don't like Aaron Rodgers, but the wait does continue. And it is interesting because yesterday there was an article, the GM of the Minnesota Vikings was saying that door is not completely closed on Aaron Rodgers, which I do find interesting because it seems like they want J.J. McCarthy to be the guy.
Yes.
The Giants have a Jameis Winston and they have a Russell Wilson. But there's talk that Aaron Rodgers still has an offer from the Giants that he could use or you know, he hadn't made a decision. And I still think it's going to be Pittsburgh. I just don't know what he's waiting for when it comes to Pittsburgh. Just get it done.
I don't think he wants to play there. I really don't. I get the feeling he doesn't want to play there. He wants to play in Minnesota. And I think that's what he's holding out hope for at this point in time, talking to those folks. And I think that's where he wants to go. Look, if I'm Minnesota, because if you sign Aaron Rodgers, you got to play him, right? He's got to be your starter. If you're Minnesota, you got to see what you got in this McCarthy kid. I mean, I think you draft him as high as they did. You got to see, oh, man. Woo! Hey, there we go. Sorry.
What happened? The
whole curtain just went over there. That was a big gust of wind. How about that? Hi, everybody.
Yeah.
But you got to see what you have in J.J. McCarthy. So you don't need Aaron Rodgers. You got to see what you got, and it's time for that kid to either put up or shut up. I mean, and I think that's what Minnesota's plan is.
I'm trying to get YouTube on or not YouTube.
Oh, you're trying to get, you're thinking about that, huh?
Well, yeah.
This curtain, I think, has got a mind of its own.
Well,
dude,
you
honestly.
shouldn't be so distracted by a curtain.
Well, really? Yeah, okay. This damn thing is like you're haunted.
You're a professional haunted.
It's like possessed over here.
You're a professional broadcaster.
I'm not a professional curtain holder, though. That's the problem.
Where's our help when we need it?
I know. That's all right. I'm trying to entertain the people here so nobody gets upset. I can't wait for you to go do that because I want people to see. We just gave them a preview here a minute ago.
Yes.
But that's all over the place down there. So, yeah, we need to get that done, Minix.
Well, I'm working on it. It's a little bit more challenging than I thought it would be from that way.
Oh, nice. Now, did you win that? So we're talking to a guy. Now, where are you from?
Yeah,
Lexington, Kentucky. That's right.
Yeah.
So he's showing me he's got a betting slip.
Yeah.
Oh, you're all right.
Yeah, we're live on the radio.
Yeah,
It's all right. You know how it is.
It's a betting. So you bet the Astros today.
You bet the Astros today.
Yeah. So are they still up 3-0? Is that? Is it 3-0 or is it more? I haven't seen a score.
Nice.
3-zip. Gotcha. Nice. Well, good luck.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I thought he was just giving me a ticket. Said, I bought this for you because I'm a nice guy.
Yeah, well, I kind of thought the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, thank you.
Yeah, but he knows you hate the Astros, so he's not going to give it to you. Yeah.
Lack of respect. Exactly.
It really is.
Well, good luck to you.
Yeah.
Good luck. Take care. All right. See, you make all kinds of new friends here. I wonder if he'd hold that curtain, though.
Probably not.
Holy cow.
Probably not.
So we're going to figure this out, and you're going to get you guys can see what we can see sometimes. Because during the break, we'll go down there and kind of scope things out and check it out. But we want to give you guys what you want to see.
All
and
right.
gals.
I know. I mean, because this segment has been so professional. From
It has.
Another broadcaster walking up talking without a microphone. I thought Greg Shelton somehow made it out here. and you in a curtain, and I'm trying to figure out this phone link so that we can go walk around and do this. Now, Pledge on my phone, help walk through this. I'm not able to reverse the camera, right? So I right, because that's what I'm trying to do.
No, you should be able to spin your camera the same way you would.
I'm not seeing that. That's
All right, I don't want to hear anything about the curtain. All right, because I'm going to fix it during the break. I promise.
Yeah,
I'll fix it. There you go.
You're going to fix it during the break.
I'm going to fix it during the break. I'm going to get rid of it completely. But see, these are the memories that we provide.
There you go.
All right. Is it good? Can you see well?
I've got it. We can see Joe sitting down.
Hey.
Yeah.
How about that?
Right. Joanna, take the camera and just walk over there and show the party. Just walk over there.
There you go.
Is it working?
Perfect timing.
It's working
Joanna,
perfectly.
Is it working perfectly?
Yeah, I can see
Perfectly.
it here.
Yeah.
All right, this is for all of you guys because we spoil you rotten. Okay,
Yes.
This is all for you. That was Joanna Minix, by the way. She's going to take that camera down and show you the party. Does she know what to do?
She knows what to do.
Okay.
I think.
Well, I mean, she married you. I'm not sure about her intelligence.
I mean, 30 years.
Wow.
Exactly.
It'll be 30 years in July. So, on YouTube, you can see the party down there.
Oh, we're going to have to get Joanna to walk down. What do you think? And go among the crowd. Or I can do that. They see, and we can do a little play-by-play, Minix. I mean, show the people what's happening there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you see Stadium Swim down there. We've got baseball going on, right? Keep walking. Go further down. Absolutely. Go all the way down. Absolutely.
Yeah, there she goes.
Yeah.
We got a thumbs up.
Yes.
We got a thumbs up.
She knows what she's doing.
Yeah.
The Joanna cam.
Yes.
So you go down there, and there's all these stairs there. If you're watching on YouTube, you go down and
there you go.
We're at the third level. There's a couple of levels of this pool, and the scenery down there is incredible. We will find out if my wife is she knows what she's doing here. She understands the assignment, I hope.
Well, does she know where to point the camera
She
when
will
it's
know.
appropriate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, she knows.
Just making sure.
She knows.
All right.
She won't let you down there on YouTube. All you guys watching on at YouTube, and so you can just see all the different pools that are down there. And if you're watching on YouTube right now, and if you're listening on the radio, you get it, right?
Yeah, we're sorry if you're on the radio.
To the right over there is a great blackjack that you can play.
Yes.
The dealers there are fantastic, if you understand what I mean, and they get very excited when you win. So,
do they jump up and down?
They do.
Yay!
And that just.
What was that?
I think that poor dude, man. There's some guy walking by. He's like, dude, are you crazy?
You're fighting with the curtain, and you're losing the fight.
The things you see in Vegas.
All right. Be a little smarter, and why don't you just take the end of the curtain and tuck it behind the table and pin the table up against there?
Try to do a professional radio broadcast here.
Nobody listening believes you. Nobody listens
Exactly, dude.
Exactly.
This thing has gone off the rails quick.
The fact that it's 4:30, and it took this long to go off the rails.
Now Joanna's doing a great job.
Well, of course,
she's doing a great job.
Yeah, I mean, she's showing the entire pool. The scenery there. Get to the YouTube channel. When we go from 50 something to 96, we need to get that over 100 real quick.
Absolutely.
Go watch YouTube. Trust me. As Rob Thompson says, you will thank me later.
Absolutely. And if you're driving, pull over and get it on your phone, and you can watch this. It's fantastic. It's fantastic video.
Yeah, absolutely.
And as soon as we get into this break, I'm fixing that curtain. If I got to tear it down,
it
will be.
Sure,
it won't be a problem the rest of the day.
Sure, you are.
Yeah,
sure you are. Well, why don't you just tell us about Roundtable Pizza?
Well, okay, let me do that.
Yeah, why don't you do that?
Hey, if you're looking for dinner suggestions tonight, I know it's raining in San Antonio. That's what everybody's telling me here on our YouTube page. So you don't want to cook, right? Make the guys at Roundtable Pizza do the cooking for you tonight. They've got a great pizza. They really do. Not only a great pizza, they've got sandwiches, they've got wings, they got dessert. They got everything that you could want. It's just a great place. And their pizzas, though, are fantastic. They make their dough from scratch every day. They've got a 3-cheese blend, and they put their toppings all the way to the edge. And I'm talking about where you hold the pizza, the crust, right? There's toppings there. So you're going to get something of a topping in just about every bite. Right now, they've got a brand new pizza. It's a pepperoni, grilled chicken, and bacon pizza. And you can get a large one of those. It's fantastic, by the way. I have tried it for only $19.99. Pepperoni, grilled chicken, and bacon pizza. You can get it for only $19.99 at participating locations. They've got a lot of shareables as well. If you want to find your nearest location, or if you want to place an order for pickup or delivery, all you have to do is head to roundtablepizza.com. Again, that's roundtablepizza.com.
If you travel as much as the San Antonio sports guys travel, while you're on the road, be sure to take us along. Listen to the 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star live stream anywhere on the Odyssey radio app.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling. Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yuengling and Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Welcome to Staples. I hear Staples prints it all for any business.
You bet, and we'll beat any print quote.
So if I had a pizza place,
Staples can print signs, menus, pizza boxes.
A landscaping business?
Oh, we can print yard signs, t-shirts, brochures.
How about a pizza/landscaping business? I'll call it Dough and Mo.
I like it.
Right now at Staples, get up to $250 off your print purchase. Ends 4/5 exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for offer details. Price match guarantee valid in store and staples.com/print. Visit staples.com/price match for details.
Mike Rowe here with a quick question. Have you noticed cracks in your drywall, chimney, or exterior walls? I hope not, because if you have, they could be indications that you've got a much bigger problem with your foundation. That's where Groundworks comes in. They can honestly assess your situation and create a plan to stabilize your foundation.
Schedule your free inspection at groundworks.com/row.
Groundworks is the official foundation repair company of Texas Athletics. Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
With Progressive, it's easy to reach customer service with our app, website, chat, or by phone. Because when getting help is hard, it's not help at all.
Little help. A little help over here.
Thank you for calling Bench Press Assistance.
What?
Due to excessive gym volume, all available spotters are currently lifting heavy weights off the chests of other bench pressers.
Seriously?
Please continue to hold, and we will remove the barbell from your chest in the order in which your cry for help was received.
Getting assistance should be easy. With Progressive, it is. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
The most exciting weekend in college basketball starts here. Don't miss the 2025 State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. Witness the nation's top dunkers and sharpshooters battle it out live in person. One epic night of unbelievable skill and electrifying energy. Thursday, April 3rd at the Frost Bank Center. Tickets are going fast. Secure your seats now at Ticketmaster.com. See you April 3rd for the State Farm College Slam Dunk and Three-Point Championships. The most exciting weekend in college basketball starts here. One night, pure action. Don't miss it.
Hunger striking, snack time calling, it's crunch time. Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds brings you the boldest protein-packed crunch you can't resist with mouth-watering flavors like hot honey, sweet barbecue, and sea salt and cracked black pepper. Why settle for chips when you can level up your snacking game? Plus, they're low-carb, high-protein, and made for adventurous appetites. Score big flavor today. Grab Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds at H-E-B.
Hey, listen up, San Antonio. Multiple tours overseas, long nights monitoring cyber activity, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training. We call that credit where credit is due. Whether you're active duty and looking at what's next, or a veteran looking for something new, our degrees and certificate programs teach the application of emerging technologies and enduring life skills. So get started on a degree or certificate with personalized local support services and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. UMGC keeps your educational goals attainable with no-cost digital materials replacing textbooks in most courses, reduced tuition rates for eligible service members and their families, and scholarships for those who qualify. Get started here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Davis Law Firm secures important verdicts and settlements for Texans hurt in a car, truck, or 18-wheeler wreck. Many in the millions of dollars. No case is too big or too small. And remember, there's no fee unless we win. So if you want more, call the Fours. Davis Law Firm San Antonio, 444-4444.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Stars Spring Golf Classic is back. And it's all about having a great time. Grab your buddies and ladies too and hit the course for a fun, laid-back day of golf, laughs, and a little friendly competition at the Golf Club of Texas. Monday, April 14th. It's just $120 a player or $400 for a foursome. A solid deal for a day of good times with your crew. The Spring Golf Classic benefits the Pan American Golf Association. But don't worry, this isn't some high-stakes tournament. It's all about kicking back, having fun, and making memories. Presented by Fly by Yingling and sponsored by Ancira.com and PPL Motorhomes. After you've crushed it on the course, join us at the Hangar Bar and Grill on Potranco for the ultimate after party. Cold drinks, great food, and good times with all of your buddies. So grab your spot, grab your crew, and tee off for a day of unforgettable fun. Sign up now at sasportstar.com. Swing it!
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star on YouTube. Subscribe to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. He is Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix at Circa, Las Vegas. Opening day of Major League Baseball. Astros lead the Mets 3-0. Game's in the top left corner. If you're watching on YouTube, trying to see the screen.
I don't know if you can.
Looks fantastic. A couple of quick things. Everybody that is thanking my wife for going with the camera down to the other parts of the pool and appreciate you appreciating what she did. We're going above and beyond. She is going up to the room to grab my iPad, and which I think might look better. And she's going to go, and we'll do that again in the 5 o'clock hour, and maybe even just have her set it up somewhere and have that pool view as well.
Yeah,
so,
we'll definitely do that.
Yeah,
because we need to maybe you need to go down with her and train her what shots to get.
Well,
actually.
I did tell her, and you heard me say this,
yes.
And so did James. There was at one point she there was one, and we saw a little bit of it, and she moved quickly, and I said, no, that's
the money shot.
Yes. And so she will do better in the 5 o'clock hour.
Absolutely. So keep that in mind. If you're out driving around listening to us on the radio, thank you for that. But in the 5 o'clock hour, definitely more scenic views from the pool here at Circa, Las Vegas.
Yes. So again.
And ladies, I mean, there are guys down there too. So you can see it all.
Yes.
Whatever your preference is.
Although I do think ladies do appreciate ladies more than guys appreciate guys, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, maybe so.
So I mean, it's for everybody. What is amazing, though, when you're sitting where we are in the third level of this pool area at Stadium Swim, the number of people that just walk up where we are now, like if you're watching on YouTube, you see that guy in the red shirt. Everybody comes here and they take a picture from that spot because it's just so incredible. Yeah. But from the edge there, which we can't do our show out there because of the internet and being connected and electricity and whatnot, that spot right there, you just see everything. And look, go to the Circa social channels. They've got a lot of great videos there. So you got to see it. You got to see it. We can describe it. We can try our best to describe it. It really is something that you got to see.
So stay tuned. 5 o'clock hour, we will do that again and take another tour. So
Jay Slomo on YouTube says, might have to take PTO for the next segment.
Good idea.
Whatever it takes. And next time you hear us coming to Circa Las Vegas, take PTO for that and go. This is our third trip out here.
Yep.
And there will be more. We come at least twice a year. We might need to up that a little bit.
I think so.
We know a lot of San Antonio Blitz listeners come out for this particular event. We're going to hang out on a Saturday. We'll do some things and, drink some beer and have a good time and just hang out, party in Vegas with Blitz listeners. And if you're watching on YouTube, you get it. If you're listening, dude, it's Vegas and it's Circa. If you like to have a good time, we want you to come. If you don't like to have a good time,
well, stay home then. We don't need any Debbie Downers, all right?
Well, we probably won't hang out as much.
No, probably not. No, man, it's hard not to have a good time here. Even if you're not a gambler, to come out here and hang out at the pool all day. The restaurants are fantastic. And just being the vibe of Las Vegas itself is just, there's nothing like it. Obviously, if you've been here, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, you need to. And it's Vegas, man. It's just one of a kind, and it's so much fun.
When you look at opening day of baseball, Sweet 16, not many things would detract from what a great sporting day this is. And when I got up this morning, they were on TV, and there were some people complaining about why would they have these happening on the same day? Why would baseball do this? They could start whenever. Sweet 16 is always this weekend or whatever. It's on a Thursday. Last year it was the same. We were out here Mega March weekend, opening day, and Sweet 16 round of the tournament. I don't know, and I don't think that really this detracts from either of the events. There are sports fans that love both, and they're going to watch both. Now, granted, if you're at a stadium and there's a night game, you're paying attention to the basketball on your phone. Or you're at Circa Las Vegas. You're at a place like the Roo Pub where there's multiple televisions.
Yeah.
I love days that have multiple things going on like this. I guess I could understand, like, if, man, you just got to watch every second of a basketball game, but your baseball team is playing, you feel like you've been cheated because opening day is special. And I don't know how many people still take the day off of work to go watch their team and watch baseball all day long. I know that used to be a thing. I don't know if that's still as much because technology, you can follow everything.
Yep.
But there is something special about opening day, the opening weekend in the NFL, that first Sunday of NFL football. I know there's a Thursday game and now a Friday game in Brazil and all that, but there's something of that first Sunday of a full day of action. Day baseball all day today is incredible. Love it.
Yeah, no, it's so much fun. And to be at a place like this just makes it all that much more fun. Because I was sitting there watching what I got. You got 6 games on right now that you just keep going back and forth on. And so it makes it a lot of fun. Obviously, I don't have that at my house. I'm not sure that anybody listening has that at your house. So it's just, this makes it special too. So you should plan ahead. We'll be out here next year. I feel like we will anyway. And so plan ahead. Start thinking about coming out here with us next year and having some fun.
All right, 3-0. Astros continue to lead the Mets. They were just showing a highlight. I guess we're getting the New York feed, and it was Mets celebrating. I was like, wait a minute. It was just a highlight from in the past. It's still 3-0 Houston. I was a little distracted there for a moment.
Well, you got Framber Valdez. Is he pitching?
Yep.
Yeah, he's pitching a hell of a game. The Mets only have 2 hits. Maybe that's what they were celebrating. The dude got a hit. They haven't had much to celebrate today. So, fun game there. The Rangers in a battle with Boston. They're tied up at 2. So, a lot of fun. The Yankees are leading Milwaukee 4-1. So, lots happening here. This is great. And what I love about it, all these games are during the day. Now, there are some night games in Major League Baseball tonight. But for the most part, baseball's taking the daytime. Sweet 16 is going to take tonight. So, it's all good.
As it should be. Now, when you talk about the basketball tonight, all that action, if you're driving around, you'll be able to listen to it here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. And you look at the 4 games tonight, and we'll get into it. The idea of this round is everybody's good. We should have nothing but great games tonight and tomorrow, and then into the weekend to figure out who is going to be in San Antonio next week for the Final Four. All these matchups, especially when you look at the lines of these games, obviously Duke has a big line. What are they? 9.5 is the biggest line today. 5.5, 4.5, and 6.5 for the other 3 games. Even Vegas, where we are right now, they're expecting good basketball and no blowouts, which, again, the excitement of the first round is always there because you got the potential for upsets. But at the same time, you got a lot of dog games. This weekend, all these matchups, they're all incredible.
Well, and the highest seed you have is a 10 seed in Arkansas. So in that respect, you do have the creme de la creme, you might say. A team like BYU, to me, came out of nowhere. Maybe they shouldn't. They're 6th seed, but they're playing good basketball, and that's what you have to do this time of year. I like them today playing Alabama. Not necessarily to win the game. I think they've got a shot to win that game, but I think this is a game that's going to be tight and close throughout. And I've got BYU plus 5.5, and I like that line.
Well, all right, but, aside from the betting side, are you looking at BYU winning that game, or do you think ultimately it goes chalk seeding-wise tonight?
No, I think they've got a real shot at it. Now, look, both of these teams can score. So, yeah, you look for a good shooting night from both of these teams and a high-scoring game, a fun game up and down. I think it's going to be tight throughout. That's what I'm liking. So I like my chances of this being a 2 or 3 point game at the very end. If Bama wins, so be it, 2 or 3 points, and then BYU's got a shot too. So I like this game tonight. Of all of them, that's the one that I feel the best about.
Well, and it's the one that will lack the most defense or feature the best shooting.
Yes.
Or at least Vegas is expecting that. The over-under at 175.5. I mean, they're expecting a high-scoring game. Florida-Maryland is at 165.5. I think Florida can do their part. I wonder about Maryland. Now, granted, Maryland, you look at them, the way they were able to get to the Sweet 16 round, everything that they went through on the last-second buzzer beater, and now they're playing, a good Florida team. I don't know that they have the depth to keep up with the Gators.
Yeah, I think the Gators got the bejeebers scared out of them by UConn. And so I think they're going to keep that in the back of their mind, too. They don't want that to happen. Not that they took UConn lightly. I can't imagine that they would have done that. 2-time defending champ. But, boy, they got to come out strong and take care of Maryland and do it early. But I think Florida's still, in my mind, I picked them to win the whole thing. I still think they're the best team in the tournament, although it is close between them and Duke.
Yeah, and I've got Duke in my bracket winning it all. And you look at just how dominant Duke was in the first 2 rounds. Arizona's solid, but I even 9.5, the biggest spread today. And again, you talk about depth. Duke is so deep. Arizona, especially if they get into foul trouble early, that of all the games, this is the one that has the more likelihood of being a blowout. Although 9.5, Sweet 16 round, I don't know that I have the stones to put that on Duke to cover.
No stones, huh?
On that game. Unlike you, Joe, if I'm not sure, I'll stay away from a game. than just bet a game because I want to bet a game.
Well, if I'm going to watch it, I might as well have something on it.
Yeah.
Like, I want to watch that BYU game. It starts, by the way, as soon as we get off the air, like at 6:10.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm going to be watching that game probably right out here at Stadium Swim. I'm going to put my nice swim trunks on and get out here and have a cold beer and watch a little basketball.
In the pool?
In the pool.
In the pool? Is that the plan?
How about that?
Because
I got to play blackjack over there at the casino,
dude.
too.
You got to play blackjack over there.
That.
Trust me,
Yeah.
you want to play blackjack over there. You definitely want to do that. Texas Tech and Arkansas. Tech a 5.5-point favorite over Arkansas.
Boy, that's tough. Oh, the Texas Tech is good.
Yeah,
I mean, they're good, but you got Rick Pitino, and man, that makes a difference in the college game. And he is he's something else. He's done a great job with that Arkansas ball club. So that should be a good game. But you talk about a game that I don't have the stones to play is that one, because I could see Tech winning that game going away, or I could see Arkansas keeping it tight. So that's the one I'm not sure about at all. Of all of them today, that's the one I'm the unsurest about.
But do you think Arkansas could win that game?
Sure, I do. I really do. I think it's coaching. Although I do think Texas Tech is underrated in a lot of ways. They're a good ball club.
It's gonna be interesting because you've got two Big 12 SEC matchups going tonight, and Big 12 wants to be the basketball conference. The SEC this year said, "Hold my beer, we are the basketball conference," getting 14 teams into the tournament, and half of them still going because Arkansas was able to get past and sneak into the Sweet 16.
I like Arkansas.
All right.
Like Pitino, but I'm unsure of that one. So I don't know if I'll be betting that one. Depends on how the early games go. That's a late game, isn't it? The Arkansas game?
No, I think it's let me check. I don't know what you mean late game.
Well,
because
later start because you got a couple of them in the 6 o'clock hour, and then two more that start after that.
Yes, it's a 7:09, so it's 9:09 back home.
Yeah. There you go.
There you go. Pledge, can we get the breaking news sounder?
Uh-oh.
If you're watching on YouTube, you have seen something that rarely happens.
Uh-oh.
Ryan Eagle's hair has moved.
Yes, it has.
The wind is doing damage to Ryan Eagle's hair.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So this is something you won't see often. There you go.
Did you not get enough hairspray in, or is the wind winning?
Well, apparently not. And when we came out here, it's blowing pretty hard out here.
Yeah.
Which is nice. And I'm in Vegas. I don't really care what it looks like, to be honest with you. Now, when I get out of here and get in the pool, it really won't matter then.
No. But at dinner, it's going to be back to perfect.
Oh, it'd be great.
But I mean, I saw you at one time in your TV career cover a hurricane and your hair didn't move.
That's
and
right.
It's not that windy here.
That's true.
For your hair to have moved.
Well, I guess I didn't spend enough time on it this morning as I should have. Won't ever happen again, folks. So
if you want to see Ryan Eagle's hair move, get over to the YouTube channel. I've got my iPad. We're going to set up the other camera. It's going to go for another walk around here. Pool cam. And I'll give specific instructions to Mrs. Minix on the shots that you guys want to see.
Yeah.
If you've got suggestions, put them there in the comments.
I need to stand corrected. Miguel Martinez. I said Rick Pitino. It is John Calipari. My mistake.
Oh, yeah.
For Arkansas. So thank you for the correction, Miguel. I appreciate it. I really do.
You understand we're working under duress here with the distractions.
We are.
Uh-huh. Exactly.
Those guys are one and the same anyway, aren't they? The same guy. Have you ever seen them in the same place together?
Yeah, they coached against each other a week ago.
There was never a two shot. Yes, there was, actually.
Like when they shook hands at the end?
I stand corrected.
Good Lord.
So thank you. I do appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard being perfect. You know, you make a mistake once and everybody jumps on it. I was wrong. You were right.
Oh, man. More coming up from Circa, Las Vegas here on the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. You know, nobody ever plans on getting arrested, but it does happen to a lot of people every day for all kinds of reasons. If you get arrested, you want to get out of jail fast, you know the best way to do that is by calling my good friend Albert and his great staff at AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121. Text the word bail to 474747, or you can start the bonding process online at mybestbailbonds.com. You don't have to call attorneys or anybody else to get out of jail, and you don't want to be forced into a PR bond. If the jail offers you a PR bond, make sure you really understand what all those conditions are before you accept it. Your best option for stress-free bail bonds is AA Best Bail Bonds, because nobody beats their price. They offer payment plans, have a free shuttle service. They are discreet and confidential and open 24/7. Offices all over San Antonio and Texas, services nationwide. If you're up in Dallas, down in Corpus, anywhere in between, license number 149, call AA Best Bail Bonds, 210-225-2121, or go online at mybestbailbonds.com.
This is 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star, KTFM Floresville.
10-yard line. Touchdown, Vegas. What a wild finish.
Your home for the NFL.
Text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Hey, Dan, how you doing? Haven't seen you around the gym for a while.
Yeah, I've really fallen off. Since I turned 40, I just don't get the results I used to get.
Could be lower testosterone.
Lower T?
Yeah, I went through it a while back. Once you hit 40, your body has less free testosterone. I got Nugenix Total T, and it's made a huge difference for me.
I've seen that ad on TV. Is it for real?
Oh, yeah. The key ingredient is something called Tesnor, which helps boost free and total testosterone levels to help you trim up and stay lean.
And it's made a difference for you?
Man, I feel like I'm in my 20s again. At work, in the gym, and in the bedroom.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try it for themselves?
Yeah, you just need to send them a text.
Text REP to 321-321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T, the #1 selling testosterone booster at GNC. Plus, text now and we'll include a bottle of Nugenix Thermo, our most powerful fat incinerator ever, to help you get back into shape fast. Absolutely free. Text REP to 321-321. That's REP to 321-321.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
The Sarlacc is a terrifying creature that was created by attaching a ferocious, sharp, giant fangs to an armadillo named Apita from the Guadalajara Zoo. He's famous down there. He can beat you at tic-a-tac-a-toe 3 games out of 4.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
When you switch to Progressive, you could save bundling your home and auto. Then you could put that money towards some of the surprisingly more expensive things in life.
Attention passengers, we've reached 10,000 feet and internet is now available for purchase.
I just paid hundreds for this flight and you can't even throw an internet? I'll just take the free pretzels.
Sorry, but I do have snack boxes for sale.
I'm just gonna sleep.
In that case, we are selling pillows and blankets as well.
I'll just breathe. That's free, right?
Life costs a lot, so bundle and you could save with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
Workdays can be unpredictable, but your workwear shouldn't be. With the Cintas Apparel Plus program, you'll have freshly laundered garments for everyone on your team delivered every week. Cintas has workwear for just about any job imaginable, with high-performance fabrics and an uncompromising fit that stretches and moves with you. Don't leave looking and feeling good to chance. Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Boys, if you're seeing this, the unthinkable has happened.
Bubba's dead?
This is how your father's business works. The life of crime and the life of this deli.
You were born into this.
Dad was a murderer. We could go to jail.
We're innocent.
We'd be the first innocent brown people in jail. Oh my God.
There's a gun in the credenza. Finish him off now.
What?
What part of this are you not understanding?
Credenza, if I'm being honest, I don't think I know what that is.
Deli Boys. All episodes are now streaming on Hulu.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with the Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com.
Oh, I'm ready!
And get ready for the workday.
Progressive knows there are some surprisingly expensive things in life, like frames. Because you found a classic 70s concert poster. But when you went to get it framed, you realized the frame will cost about 4 times the amount of the poster. Which is actually absurd because no one will be looking at the frame. And if they are, then you severely overestimated how cool this poster is. But then you remember by switching your home and auto to Progressive, you could save hundreds and put it towards a classic 70s concert poster in an absurdly overpriced frame. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers. Not available in all states.
San Antonio's Sports Center.
Weird story today, according to the French newspaper there in France. Victor Wembanyama underwent surgery to address that deep vein thrombosis in his right shoulder. French, though, they say they're hopeful Wemby will participate still in the Eurobasket tournament this summer. Spurs return to action tonight. They are in Cleveland to take on the team with the best record in the East and the second best record in the NBA. Tip-off set for 6.
Sports Center brought to you by Synergenics Testosterone and Weight Loss. Synergenicshealth.com.
Joe Reinagle.
That's the third time in 7 seasons the San Antonio Spurs are the NBA champions.
Jason Minutes.
They go back to big day as Super Bowl champions. Dallas 52, Buffalo 17.
It's the Blitz on 94.1 San Antonio's Sports Star.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1, a San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagle. I'm Jason Minix. Circa Las Vegas is where we are. Mega March weekend.
That's all of those things are true. And we're happy to be here. Happy that you're coming along with us, whether you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on the radio or any of the million apps that you can find us on. Thanks for doing that. We really do appreciate it. Wish you were here, though. The only thing missing in this great place is you. So, boy, it's too bad y'all couldn't get out here. Wish you could. But we're going to give you a little bit of the flavor, I think. Did you figure that thing out, Minutes?
Yep. I think we're good to go. Am I in there, Pledge? All right. We've just got to find my wife and make sure she can go for a walk here and do that. Well, I don't know where she went.
She's right outside. She's getting a little sun.
Of course she is. Of course she is.
Yes.
We'll put her to work here in a minute.
We'll do that.
Yeah. The Wemby story is interesting when you look at and you think about surgery and the fact that it was announced from a French basketball, the French national team. Their coach is the one that told us about Wemby having surgery, not the Spurs. And from what we're hearing, the Spurs may or may not say anything, although they do play Cleveland tonight. So Mitch Johnson is going to get asked about it tonight when he does his pregame presser. What he tells us, we'll have to wait and see. But I'm sure at this point they can't deny it. All he can do is confirm it and probably say he's going to be fine for our season.
Well, that's interesting because that ought to be going on right now or shortly, right? I mean, it's 5 o'clock. That game tips at 6 San Antonio time. So, we should be getting some feedback on that at any moment. Now, whether he's going to say anything remains to be seen. I kind of think he won't, but you never know.
I think he's got to say something in order to, he can't deny it. He's either going to confirm what the French coach said or not. And again, because it's coming from the French coach, go walk around. Yeah.
He'll buy you a beer.
Yeah, I'll buy you a beer later. Just turn it around. Yeah, and walk. Yeah, walk around like. Don't. Yes, turn. Yeah, hold it like that and walk around. You understand the assignment? Yes, just keep walking like that.
And remember the money shot.
Yes. You know what Reinagle wants to see.
I'm just saying.
I want me some glory hole.
That a boy, Jerry. Even old Jerry wants to see something.
Yeah.
No, we're going to do that. So you guys, if you can get to the YouTube page, do that. It will be worth your while. But Joanna is on her way down to the pool. You can see it. If you're watching on YouTube right now, you can see that it's a beautiful day here.
It is. She's doing it all wrong, though.
I think so.
I'm not sure what's going on there.
I think we froze there. I'm not sure what happened. So we'll get it figured out for you, though. I promise. We'll get it figured out.
We will get it figured out. And when we do, Pledge will bring that video back in, and it will go from there. So
just like that?
Yeah, just like that.
There you are. So keep watching there, Pledge. Oh, here we go. All right, we're back on.
Yeah. The internet is really slow down there. I could tell that.
Yeah, apparently so.
So with Wemby,
now if that freezes, I hope it freezes on something good. I don't want to see some fat guy laying there like a beached whale, for goodness sake.
Well, maybe there's somebody watching on YouTube right now that wants to see that. I mean, we're for all the people. But I'm with you. I am with you. The idea of Wemby having surgery, you hear about it, you start Googling why surgery, not just the blood thinners. And without knowing specifically what was done, it's all over the place when you try to Google that and why would he have surgery and not just use blood thinners? Was there something more serious, or does this speed up the recovery process? And could there be some things there to be preventative so this doesn't happen again? I was reading, start Googling that stuff and. Yeah, all right. Well, yeah, I guess they can go in there and widen a vein to keep that from happening. I didn't know that was a thing, but that makes sense. Or it could just be, hey, let's dissolve it, get rid of it a little bit quicker and get you healthy faster, or if the medication isn't working. So it could be any of that, and we don't know because we're getting reports from France, and then you're translating that, and the Spurs are saying nothing, at least to this point.
Well, you got to figure, at least on the surface, from what we know, it looks like it's going to be he's going to be all right. And if they're expecting him or hoping that he can play this summer, that's great. From a selfish standpoint, I hope he doesn't play this summer. I just as soon see that guy, rest and be ready for the season come October. But, obviously, if he wants to play, he'll play. But I don't think it's that serious. The thing that concerns me a little bit is what you just said, though. If they felt that they had to go in and do surgery to take care of this thing, I mean, and I'm just speculating. I'm not a doctor, and I certainly don't play one on the radio. But maybe it was a little bit worse than what they led on, that they had to actually go in and remove the clot.
Yeah, and again, we have no – it's all speculation at this point because they haven't released anything. And my guess is the Spurs are not happy with the French national team putting that information out. And you would think if – he had surgery, the Spurs could have at least put out Wemby had surgery today. We'll update you later. Which is all you expect. It is odd to hear about this coming from the French national coach.
Absolutely. It really is. Well, sure. How are you? We're live on the radio, though.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Yeah. Of course. Sure. Yeah.
Well, we're on now. We'll talk to you during a break. Can we do that?
Can we do that?
That'd be great. Absolutely.
That's okay, though.
Exactly.
Friendly people.
Live radio.
Friendly people.
That's what it is.
I was trying to hear and I couldn't hear.
Yeah.
We had a headset right there she could have had, but anyway. I don't know who that was.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't either.
Yeah, I have no idea.
I think that we just got a fan club out here.
Well, we do.
Apparently.
We do. Lots of Blitz listeners.
Older ladies with hats.
Out here. Well, I mean, you and women over 70 are here. That's your wheelhouse.
What can I say? And I'm letting myself go today. The hair's falling all over the place. And
you're really bothered by your hair.
Well, it does kind of bother me because, it moves around. I can see it, gets in the way. And it's not supposed to do that.
Such a diva. You're such a diva.
It's all good, man. I'm telling you. But it's out of the norm, but I'm okay with it. I'm going to let it flow today. Just let it go.
The General, John Mclane.
He lets it flow.
Next here, live at Circa, Las Vegas. We're out here for opening day of Major League Baseball. Astros continue to lead the Mets. Sweet 16 tonight. We've got Final Four next weekend in San Antonio. In fact, the countdown is on next weekend. The NCAA Men's Final Four in downtown San Antonio. And so many things to do during a Final Four weekend, like the NCAA Men's Final Four Fan Fest presented by Capital One, a sports wonderland with interactive games, giveaways, celebrity appearances, and much more. The team open practices at the Reese's Final Four Friday will happen. You can go to that. rock out at the March Madness Music Festival, which will feature Pitbull, Jelly Roll, and Chris Stapleton. And while you're down there, you can also tune into the men's and women's basketball watch parties at the tip-off tailgate. You can save money on your Fan Fest tickets. 50% off with code ALPHAMedia25 at ncaa.com/events. MFF for Men's Final Four events /MFF/events. You Google it. You'll find it. 50% off if you go Alpha Media 25. Although we got a pair of tickets we'll give away free right now if you're caller number 10. 210-656-ESPN, 656-3776. Caller 10, you're going to win Final Four Fan Fest tickets presented by Capital One. Right now, 210-656-3776.
94.1 San Antonio Sports Star is heading to Vegas, and you're coming with us. Join Jason and Joe from the Blitz at Circa Las Vegas for Mega March 27th through the 30th. Catch baseball's opening day and all the hoops action at the world's largest sports book. Then take the party to Stadium Swim with 6 pools and a massive 143-foot screen. Book now at CircaLasVegas.com with promo code BLITZ and join us at Circa Resort and Casino. Sports, sun, spirits, and a sure bet for an unforgettable time.
It's Truck Month at North Park Chevrolet in Castroville. Get 2.9% financing for 72 months on 2025 Silverado 1500s and $10,000 off MSRP on Silverado heavy duties. Buy a new 2025 Equinox posted at $24,999 or $40,999 for a new Traverse. Plus 2 years of no-charge oil changes and car washes. Together, let's drive at North Park Chevrolet. 10 minutes outside Loop 410 in Castroville or at npchevy.com. Must qualify for financing offers. Call 830-355-2107 for full price and offer details.
It's time for the herd you love. It's time for professional spring football. The San Antonio Brahmas are back, bringing you more of the action, the celebration, and the unforgettable moments you love. Join us for our home opener Sunday, April 27th at 2 when the Brahmas bring the Fiesta to the gridiron with our Viva Fiesta, Viva Brahmas themed game. Bring the energy to the Alamo Dome as your San Antonio Brahmas take on the Houston Roughnecks. Tickets on sale now at UFLBrahmas.com. That's UFLBrahmas.com. Our town, our team, our herd.
At Diamonds Direct, our experts go the extra mile to ensure you have the tools to say I do with absolute confidence. Our promise to you is a completely risk-free shopping experience rooted in transparency, education, and integrity. No pressure, no intimidation, just clarity and confidence in your purchase. But we're about more than just price. Everything is backed by our exclusive guarantees. Put our tools to the test against any competitor, and our expert staff will ensure you get the very best overall value and unforgettable experience. Learn more at DiamondsDirect.com. Diamonds Direct, your love, our passion.
Calling all snack MVPs, it's time to huddle up with Southern Recipe Small Batch Pork Rinds, the low-carb, high-protein snack with a flavor-packed crunch. From sea salt and cracked black pepper to hot honey, sweet barbecue, and more, these bold bites are ready to tackle your crunch time cravings. Find your flavor playbook at H-E-B and make every bite count, because when it's crunch time, there's only one snack you need on your team: Southern Recipe Small Batch.
Hi, my name is Jason Thompson. I'm an attorney here in San Antonio where I've practiced for more than 30 years. And San Antonio has really grown since I started practicing law. The risk of injury in a car crash today is greater than it's ever been, because every day we're forced to share our roads with 80,000-pound 18-wheelers and some truly dangerous drivers. If you or a family member is injured in a car crash, know this: the insurance companies are mobilized against you. They have highly trained adjusters and a long roster of attorneys with one job: pay as little as possible. Their techniques are extensive, and I believe you have zero chance of obtaining a fair recovery on your own. If you're involved in a car crash, you need to hire an attorney as soon as possible after the collision and before you speak to the insurance company's adjusters. Now, I do not have a comic book nickname. I do not call myself the Law Eagle, the Tiger Lawyer, the Law Chupacabra. I think the practice of law needs to be taken more seriously. If you've been injured, call me, Jason Thompson, for a free consultation. My number is 210-900-0400. That's 210-900-0400, or my website, alawyerforus.com.
Flight by Yuengling is the next generation of light beer. For those who don't follow trends, but craft them. Flight by Yuengling is 12 ounces of uncompromised refreshment from America's oldest brewery. With only 2.6 grams of carbs and 95 calories, this is premium refreshment 6 generations in the making. Don't just raise a glass, raise the bar. Flight by Yuengling.
Available wherever beer is sold. DG Yingling & Son Incorporated, Pottsville, Pennsylvania. Please enjoy responsibly.
Injuries happen, and when they do, skip the ER and get to the Ortho Now Injury Clinic by TSAOG Orthopedics and Spine. Ortho Now provides walk-in care for injuries like broken bones, dislocations, sprains, and strains. Conveniently located in the Corey area with extended hours Monday through Saturday with on-site x-ray casting and bracing. Ortho Now has everything you need to treat your injury, and best of all, no urgent care or emergency room copay. Learn more online at tsaog.com.
Springtime is here and baseball season is finally underway. Don't miss your chance to add your favorite players from the diamond to your Prize Picks lineup. Whether it's strikeouts, RBIs, first inning runs, you can take your pick of more or less for your shot of 1,000 times your money cash today. I'll say it again. That's today. Because on Prize Picks, you can match your player projections from different sports. Combine your favorite baseball players with your favorite basketball players. Maybe it's hockey. Maybe it's esports. Maybe it's something else. That's why you download Prize Picks. And what you do with Prize Picks is you win $50 instantly. Go download the app today and use the code ALAMO. That's ALAMO to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. I'll say it again. Download the app right now. Use the code ALAMO. That's $50 instantly. Just play your lineup. Prize Picks. Hey, go run your game. I love Prize Picks because I'm not alone. There's millions of us playing, and you can win. It's easy. More or less. You better go run your game now.
He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix, live at Circa Las Vegas. Stadium Swim is where we are right now. Opening day of Major League Baseball. Sweet 16 tonight. No better place to be. Although our good friend John Mclane, the general, he was out here last weekend.
Was he really?
I'm surprised he didn't just come back this weekend because this is a great spot. Instead, he's probably somewhere in the air conditioning watching the Astros play the Mets right now and talking to us here on the Buyers Barricades guest line. John, how's your Thursday?
Well, my Thursday's going very well, and I don't really want you to send me a picture, Jason, but I'm just curious, what does Joe look like lounging by the pool in his banana hammock?
Well, he does have an American flag Speedo, but he's not wearing it now. He says he's going to break that out later.
It's very impressive, John.
Well, I'll take y'all's word for it. Yeah. You're very fortunate, as I was this past weekend. Great place to be to watch ball. We've come now 4 years in a row and watched the first two rounds. Such a buzz. And I wish indeed we'd been able to stay. If I'd known you guys were going to be out there, maybe we could have bunked with you.
Well, I mean, they got rooms here, but you could come to the party for sure. And, you know, a couple of quick, just for you to have the visual. Joe's hair has actually moved in the wind here because we're out by the pool here at Stadium Swim. Reinagel's hair, he covered a hurricane one time when his TV days and his hair didn't move. It moved here, and it's not that windy.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, just letting it flow, John. You know, sometimes you got to do that. It's kind of like
just don't let it flow in the pool.
Yeah.
That's it.
Well, it's kind of like Framber Valdez today.
Sorry, it's 7 innings. Framber looked great and started slow, picked it up. Cam Smith got a hit in his first at bat to right field, and so the Astros got it going on in the 8th. They have it perfect. They got Brian Abreu is the setup man now. They'll bring in Josh Hader to close it. Things could not be going better for the Astros. You know what? They may win them all.
Well, you got to win that first one, right? To win them all, that's for sure. But they look good. And you know, when you look at that division, John, I mean, everybody talks about the Astros and the Rangers, and I think Seattle might be a player, but the Astros, they got to be the favorite to win that thing, don't they?
No, the Rangers are favored in everything I've looked at. Mariners are second. Astros are third, and I think they like their role as underdogs. But the thing is, in Vegas, the over-under on them for victories was 85, and no team in the division was projected to win 90. So that means it's going to be competitive. All we know for sure is that the Angels will finish last behind the A's.
Yeah, that is true. John Mclane joining us here on the Blitz. Probably no better authority on the Oilers Titans uniform story than you. The announcement today that Tennessee is not going to wear Oilers gear next year, does that surprise you? What do you think their reasoning is to say, you know what, the best looking uniforms out there, we're not going to wear them this year?
Well, the announcement I saw was they're going to be wearing what they call Titan blue, which is Columbia blue, or as Bud used to call it, Colombian blue. When he said that one time at a news conference, we have new Colombian blue sweets, and I said, "Does that come with cocaine?" And of course, he didn't know what I meant. But I tell you, those uniforms, when they wore the Oiler uniforms, the Texans kicked their butt the last 2 years, so it's probably smart that they never do it against the Texans again.
Well, I tell you what, I'm sad that they're not going to, because I just love seeing those uniforms. Again, Jason just mentioned it, John. They're the best looking uniforms in pro football, I think. And it's sad to me that they're not going to wear them. If they're not going to wear them against Houston, fine, but they need to wear those things a couple times a year.
I like them too, and especially a lot of people here don't like it because they want the Texans to get those uniforms and colors, which can never happen. But that's the only thing they've been competitive about. The two teams, they're not like the Rangers and Astros, playing to go to the World Series, playing to make the playoffs. The Titans and Texans have never been good in the same year, so all they got is their uniform wars, fueled by Hannah McNair and Amy Adams Strunk.
Going to be interesting. John Mclane here on the Blitz. A lot of talk about either a new stadium for the Texans or refurbishing and doing a lot of renovating there at NRG. And it's interesting because the Spurs are also trying to build a new arena, part of something called Project Marvel. And with everything going on and the cost of stadiums and getting public funding for it, I know Cal McNair sent a letter today to season ticket holders. What are your thoughts on ultimately what's going to happen? Will it be a new stadium or a very refurbished NRG?
Well, first of all, they got a long way to go before their lease expires. And one of the things they cannot do where they are at the NRG complex, and remember the rodeo, Houston Livestock Show and Rodeo, they want one. It's just as bad as the Texans do, but they let the Texans get all the bad publicity. They actually make more out of the stadium than the Texans do. And one of the things you cannot do there is build like an entertainment complex, a combination residential commercial, which happens a lot of places, and that way it helps you get tax money. And another thing, if they build another stadium, where's it going to go? Well, the only place it can go is right next door. And what's there? It's the Astrodome. And that is still a humongous controversy here because there's a group that wants $1 billion to redo the Astrodome, and they're not going to get it. And downtown, our convention center, the George R. Brown, the mayor says he needs $2 billion to add on to it for the World Cup. So everybody wants more money. And the Texas' new president, in an interview with the Chronicle, said, "We will not leave the greater Houston area." Well, what does that mean? And what he's really meaning is we need one of the suburbs to try to lure us out there so we can get public money to stay right where we are.
Interesting. Now, John, if tell me if I've got this right. It's the Astros, the Rockets, and the Texans. Were they all in together on new facilities, and the Texans have the better of it than the other two? Did I hear that right?
Well, they were all in it separately. You know, when Bud Adams left because they turned their back on the Oilers, never had a public referendum, the others panicked. The Astros threatened to move to Virginia. Boom. We have a referendum. They need to get a new stadium downtown, which is where Bud Adams wanted to build a new football stadium, and then they had to do 2 referendums to get a new building for the Rockets. But the way they're set up, the Rockets and the Astros control everything in their building, and they have to pay for refurbishment, but they get all the profits. For the Texans, they don't pay as much in taxes. There's such rebates where they paid like $4 million in taxes, but they don't get all the profits. So a lot of people look at the Texans have a bad deal, but I don't think they do since they don't get all the profits from NRG Stadium.
John Mclane joining us here on the Blitz, covered the NFL for, well, a long time. Long time. The offseason stories have been interesting, and the fact that Aaron Rodgers hasn't made a decision yet doesn't surprise me because that's what Aaron does. It's kind of like, Jerry Jones and signing guys early. He just doesn't do it, but we all act surprised when, he delays on signing a guy like Micah Parsons. What do you think happens first? Micah gets his extension with the Cowboys, or Aaron decides where he's going to play next year?
Oh, Aaron Rodgers will know where he's going to play before Micah Parsons gets a $40 million extension. Think if Jerry had done this time last year, they could have got him for $30 million. Now it's $40. If he waits longer, it's going to keep going up. That's why it makes no sense, but I think he likes to do it. I think he must like the attention. He knows he's going to pay Micah Parsons, just like it took too long for Prescott and Lamb. It will take too long for Micah, but it's only Jerry's money. As far as Aaron Rodgers, boy, Cleveland doesn't have a quarterback. I think they're going to take Sher Sanders after the Titans take Cam Ward. But right now, what does Pittsburgh do? He's got Pittsburgh by the footballs. They've got, what's his name that was there before, that was with the Titans last year, Mason. What's his last name? Rudolph? I can't remember his name.
Oh, Mason Rudolph.
Yeah.
Mason Rudolph.
Yeah, Mason Rudolph. And they got nothing else. Once Russell Wilson and that domino fell and Jameis Winston, then he knows he's got him. I can't imagine money is an issue. He should beg the Steelers to take him. Maybe they're not sold on him, but they've got to have a quarterback because they don't have one. Cleveland doesn't have one. Cleveland's got Kenny Pickett. So it's amazing how they've left themselves vulnerable at the most important position, but at least the Browns can do something about it, and the Steelers can't. It's Rodgers or bust.
Yeah, that's sad for Pittsburgh. It really is, and I feel bad for them. But the only thing I can think of, John, and you tell me what you think, I don't think Aaron Rodgers wants to go to Pittsburgh. I think he's dead set on getting to Minnesota, and if that doesn't happen, then maybe he just takes his time and waits for somebody else to get hurt during the season.
If he goes to Minnesota, he's not going to be the starter. The GM said yesterday the goal is for McCarthy to be the starter. And I can't imagine they'd want him on the bench again. It looks to me like it must be money. Why else would the thing be with the Steelers? And the longer he waits, the more the money's going to go down if he waits till, say, training camp for somebody to get hurt. And then the only option may be somewhere he doesn't want to go. I think he's waiting it out because he likes the attention. Maybe he's in the darkness. And at some point, the light will come on, and it's Pittsburgh.
Eventually. That's ultimately where he's going to end up. It's just the drama that goes along with it. John Mclane, make sure you follow him on Twitter at McLean_on_NFL. And enjoy the rest of this Astros game and the basketball tonight. John, always appreciate you jumping on.
Do you guys put lotion on each other's back?
No way.
No.
I wouldn't touch this guy's back for $1 million.
You're such a liar.
I'm telling you.
You do a lot. You do it for a lot less.
I would.
Y'all have fun.
Appreciate you. The great John Mclane on the Buyers Barricades guest line, where they provide traffic control, rental, and sales for San Antonio and beyond, online at buyersbarricades.com. Our guys watching on YouTube right now, Yes. Yeah, we saw that too. AD said, whoa, I forgot what the general was saying with what just walked by. Yeah, me too.
I did too.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah, gotta love Las Vegas. Definitely for sure. It is the Blitz here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. More coming up from Circa here on the Blitz.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson.
Friday on the Morning Huddle. We're halfway there to the Elite Eight. 4 more teams will click their way in. Who's it going to be? And as college basketball continues, we got baseball all weekend. The Spurs are playing down. And oh, by the way, Aaron Rodgers still doesn't have a team. We'll talk about it all. Get here early. The party starts at 6.
It's the Morning Huddle with AJ Hoffman and Rob Thompson. Morning 6 to 10 on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star.
The John Clay Wolf Show. Here's what's going on in the Wolf Pack.
Frankly, would you like to rap at the Testicle Festival? Can you give me a little rap?
You want me to spit a rap?
Yeah, I want you to spit a rap.
About balls? Yo, Testicle Festival. It's like an extraterrestrial. Widen my eyes when I see them calf fries.
The John Clay Wolf Show.
Catch the John Clay Wolf Show Saturdays from 9 a.m. to noon right here on San Antonio Sports Star.
Hey, San Antonio, multiple tours overseas, years of protecting the country. It all adds up at University of Maryland Global Campus. Earn up to 90 credits for prior learning, military experience, and training toward our low-cost degree and certificate programs. We call that credit where credit is due. For over 75 years, our dedicated success coaches have been helping service members achieve their goals. Get started with local support and online and hybrid courses right here in San Antonio. Visit UMGC at San Antonio or umgc.edu/SATX.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Jason Minix here from the Blitz. That's exactly what I did. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home and make price-boosting upgrades. Once they're done, a local Orchard agent lists and sells your home for top dollar. Orchard's Move First program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and sell your old home later. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Visit orchard.com to get your free home evaluation. That's orchard.com.
Bring spring to your door with Target Circle 360. Get all you need for Easter hosting, spring get-togethers, and more with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. From Easter basket goodies to fresh florals, getting everything the same day is easy. Open the Target app and bring the magic of the season to your door with unlimited same-day delivery through Target Circle 360. Visit target.com/circle or the Target app for more details. Subscription required. Same-day delivery is subject to terms. Applies to orders over $35.
George gets justice. After being hit by an 18-wheeler, the experienced attorneys of George Salinas Injury Lawyers are San Antonio's choice for getting you the maximum compensation you deserve. With over 110 years of combined experience, they've recovered millions for their clients. 18-wheelers may be bigger than you on the road, but you can be bigger than them in the courtroom. George guarantees that you don't pay unless they win your case. Call 210-225-0909 today for a free consultation. George gets justice. GetGeorge.com.
Rox Discount Vitamins and More wants to thank God and San Antonio for making Rox the king of supplements. Are you losing weight, building muscle, or just getting healthy? Rox has you covered. Weight loss and muscle building packages starting at just $75. Plus, get a free in-body scan in 15 seconds with the In-Body 270 analysis. Start tracking your results today. The pros at Rox know their products, how they work, and what's best for your health and fitness goals. Call 210-342-7625 or visit roxdiscountvitamins.com.
Imagine owning waterfront property on the Texas coast. Check out the grand opening this Saturday of Driftwood Shores at Wolf Point, located on the highly sought-after Matagorda Bay. Secure your spot to see 1 to 3 acre properties, all with bay access from $49.9. That's right, just $49.9. This gated waterfront community features panoramic views, world-class fishing, a pool and cabana, boat launch and slips, fishing pier, dog park, storage, and more. It all happens
ends this Saturday. 1 day only. Coastal waterfront properties starting at an unbelievable $49.9. Yes, just $49.9. Call now to secure your private tour this Saturday. 210-853-0389. That's 210-853-0389. Appointments are limited, so call now and be sure to ask for event day specials and our helicopter tours. Call now, 210-853-0389. Get your piece of this coastal paradise. 210-853-0389.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, your favorite drafts are poured at a frosty 29 degrees, and rare barrel-aged whiskeys are served just the way you want them. It's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Stick around after the sun sets. Twin Peaks is open really late. Wind down with bourbon and late night bites.
From a fender bender to a total loss, Davis Law Firm has a team of expert attorneys ready to get you back on the road with the verdict or settlement you deserve. Y hablamos español. Want more? Call the Fours. Davis Law Firm, San Antonio, 444-4444.
It is the Blitz here on 94.1 San Antonio Sports Star. He's Joe Reinagel. I'm Jason Minix. We are at Circa, Las Vegas. You probably want to be on YouTube.
Yes.
Go to the San Antonio Sports Star YouTube channel. I'm just telling you. You might. These next 20 minutes, you want to definitely go check out YouTube.
Yes, you need to get on there. Well, Fred, it's your lucky day, buddy.
Yeah, it's your lucky day, Joe Reinagel.
That might be coming back around. I'm just saying. So stay tuned.
Let's hope. Let's hope. Astros continue to lead 3-0.
Cards are up 3-0 too, by the way. Just saying. Opening day of Major League Baseball.
Well, you keep telling me about the Cardinals.
Well, they're up 3-0.
Okay,
the Astros are up 3-0. Well, so are the Cards.
Well, don't you figure more people listening right now give a damn about the Astros and don't give a damn about the Cardinals?
Nobody gives a damn about the Astros.
Yeah, Rangers losing 5-2 to the Boston Red Sox.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What?
Nothing. Damn.
Focus, Reinagel.
I'm trying.
Yeah. Everybody can see you. That's why.
Oh, that's right. Hi, everybody. Hey, everybody.
Yes. She'll be back, Joe. Don't worry.
All right.
Pledge, do you have the audio? Can we play that?
Audio of
what happened during the break when we were trying to record the promo?
I will need to pull it off the logger here in 5 minutes.
All right. Well, that ruins a good bit.
It does. We had some fun with one of the servers during the break.
Well, that sounded odd.
Well, not that kind of fun, but it was much more enjoyable for us than it was for her.
I don't know, but, I imagine she's going to show up with some beer. And, behind the scenes, somebody bought us beer and sent it over. I don't know if it was the people from Circa or whatever, but she's going to bring it towards the end of the show to celebrate day one in Vegas. And she just wanted to confirm things. And when she walked up, we were recording the promo, and train of thought was gone.
Yes.
And so if you're watching on YouTube, when she shows up again, I think everybody would appreciate that.
And that's what I'm saying. So stay tuned, everybody. It will be worth your while. Not sure exactly when this is going to happen, but sometime between now and 6 o'clock.
Well, she was told because it's, time difference. She was, hey, make sure, whatever, like I need to have this to you when you guys are done at 4, right? Are you guys done? And we're good and all that. So, fully anticipate her
bouncing up here at any moment.
That's great description, Joe Reinagel.
You got to have fun on the job. You know what I mean? got to have a little fun on the job.
Well, of course, we all have a lot of fun on the job. With the Sweet 16 tonight, the 4 games, and we've talked about it. You can hear all the games right here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star. I don't know why, like, the matchups tomorrow I'm excited about more than I am tonight. Although I think all 4 of these are going to be great games. And you when you start looking at the different matchups in the game tonight, now obviously I've got Duke winning it all, so for selfish bracket reasons, and I'm not a big Duke fan to begin with. So I picked them to win for obvious reasons. So you look at everything and you go and like Duke and Arizona should be good. Florida, Maryland, that one could get a little ugly. BYU, Alabama, you like BYU to win this outright.
I do. I like BYU too. If they don't win it outright, I think they keep it close. I took them already because I didn't think I'd have time to make the bet once we get off the air because it's right there. Oh, hello.
Oh, look at that.
How are you?
How are you? It's almost time to party.
Almost.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely.
A bucket of beer.
Wow.
Being delivered here. Grab those headsets right there. Can you?
Do you mind?
Are you loud? Yeah. You're on the radio in San Antonio, Texas.
Okay. Oh, hi, Texas.
And on YouTube right now. So to be
there you go.
Fair.
Oh, yeah. Okay. We got listening.
Yeah. Can you hear okay?
Sure
can you hear me?
can.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. There
Can
you go.
guys see
Good.
me?
Actually,
yes.
Yeah. Here, we'll just do it this way. It might be easier. All right. What is your name?
Sydney.
Hi, Sydney.
Hi.
That beer, that's awfully nice.
Well, we got to take care of our radio, babes.
Well, I
Come on.
appreciate that. That's so nice of you
A
to do
secret
that.
admirer sent them over.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
You guys have a secret admirer.
Well, I have a lot of them, Sydney.
I can see it, I can
yeah,
see it.
yeah. She's not buying that.
I mean, obviously you do.
What's the coolest part about working at Stadium Swim here at Circa?
Honestly, I think, well, obviously the vibe itself is just fun. It's great energy. You just have fun no matter what you're doing or where you're at. But even for people who aren't even that big into sports, I'm not even huge into sports. I love it here. Oh my God, there's so much to watch. There's always so much to do. People are always excited. It's just the energy. It's the people here. It's amazing.
Don't you think they're just excited to see you?
I'm sure a few of them are.
I would imagine they are. Yes, that's kind of what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
So you never get a frown. I mean, everybody's happy when you walk up.
Well, yeah. I mean,
right?
when you got the alcohol. How can you be upset?
That's it.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's it. It's all about the alcohol. Well, that is awesome. Appreciate you bringing over the
thank
beers.
you so
We get
much.
done in 15 minutes from work, so we'll be ready to drink.
Absolutely.
Oh, good. Drink one for me.
Absolutely, we'll do that. Thank
Yes,
you so
yes,
much.
we will do that.
Thanks for having me. You guys
Really
are great.
appreciate it.
Awesome.
Cheers.
Circa Las Vegas. For those watching on YouTube, a couple of the reasons why you want to come party at Stadium Swim.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Sydney
Yes.
is a big
Yes.
reason why.
Yes, exactly. Oh, my goodness. Yes.
What are you looking at? I didn't see anything.
What? Why are all the wives now speaking in?
I know, right?
How do they show up?
Right,
How do they show up right at that moment?
I know it.
Yeah, you're on camera.
Well,
yeah.
This is a rough job.
Work.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yes. Very nice. Okay, that's about it for us. I'm kidding. Is it? No.
Jerry G, who's driving and watching on YouTube, says I'm going to crash while driving, watching her.
Oh, my goodness. Well, all of you are welcome. All right? Yes, you're welcome. You've been wanting that all day, and you're welcome. So,
yes.
There you go.
And you ladies, there is a chicken emoji, and it says blockers. I don't know what that means, but... well,
that's not a chicken.
Well, I understand, sir, but I like my job.
That is,
and I think most people understand.
That is a male chicken.
Yes. We all know.
Otherwise known as something else.
Yes.
I'm just putting it out there.
Well, but sometimes I don't know if you know, so I just got to protect you because you're sometimes.
Yes.
Cheers.
Oh, that's a boy. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes. What the hell, dude?
Well, my computer is freezing. And
Oh, well, yeah, your computer's
Yes.
freezing.
Yes.
Okay. Well, let me talk then. How about that?
It's about damn time.
What the hell?
What was that?
What was that? Okay, this show's gone completely off.
I think Pledge just burst after watching that video.
I think
somehow he's going to spend a lot of time editing that one later.
Yeah, I know he is, and I guarantee you the reruns of that are going to be going.
I
all over
noticed
the, place
the
today.
YouTube numbers went way
They
up.
went way up,
when
didn't they?
she
Yes,
showed up.
Well, we appreciate Sydney for doing that.
This is a tattoo.
And whoever, I couldn't read that either, but I was trying.
Read what? Oh, yeah. Oh, you guys, sick minds, all of you. That's somebody's daughter.
Thank God.
Yes.
Somebody else's daughter.
Yes. Thank God for creatures like that.
Let's do what's on tap.
Let's do that.
The Blitz wants you to know what's on tap. Presented by Sam's Burger Joint.
It is time for What's on Tap, brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint, online at samsburgerjoint.com, where you can go get your tickets, see their full calendar, their menu. They've got Blue Water Highway out there on Friday night, Skyrocket on Saturday, and on Sunday, Words, Wood, and Wire featuring Ruben B. and Del Castillo Trio.
Very nice. Always fun to go out to Sam's Burger Joint. If you're looking for something else to do tonight, Green Hall has Behind the Guitar, the acoustic tour with bells and special guest Charlie Reynolds. Majestic Theater, Joe Gatto. Assuming that's how you say that, Joe
Sure.
Gatto. Let's get into it. Frost Bank Center, J-Hope. You know who that is? J-Hope?
I don't.
I don't either. Randy Rogers at Cheatham Street Warehouse.
Dude.
That'll be a lot of fun.
Well, I mean, Randy almost going home for a show like that at Cheatham Street.
Absolutely. That's a great place. My goodness, that place has been around forever. At LOL Comedy Club, Godfrey. I wonder, is that Godfrey? That dude?
Yeah,
All right.
that dude.
Okay.
Live music on Friday night. Slacker Sports and Arcade Bar, their medical center location, has Big Bang San Antonio. Theo Vaughn is at the Frost Bank Center. Sonny Sweeney is at Green Hall. She'll put on a fantastic show. Floors Country Store has Jacob Stelly. The Majestic Theater has Taylor Tomlinson, the Save Me Tour. Combs Empire Theater has a man named Cash. Vibes Event Center has Daft Punk Night.
Oh, wow.
And Passing Strangers out at Pick's Bar.
Always a good time at Pick's when Passing Strangers is there. Saturday night, the Marshall Tucker Band is at Green Hall Saturday night. Says it's sold out. It's never sold out. Don't worry about that. Spurs taking on the Boston Celtics in the Frost Bank Center Saturday night. Blackberry Smoke is performing at Floors Country Store. You've got Jeff Tate's Operation Mind Crime, the final chapter at the Aztec Theater. Staple Hall at the Pearl, Gimme Gimme Disco. Put on your high heel shoes and your bell-bottom pants and go have some fun out there. Paper Tiger, y'all out, boy. And Pick's Bar has Semi-Charmed on Saturday night.
The Spurs take on the Warriors Sunday night out at the Frost Bank Center. Green Hall has Dallas Borough. Vibes Event Center has Armor for Sleep. Godfrey's still out at LOL Comedy Club.
Very nice. Green Hall, Eric Heidemann is at Green Hall Monday night. In Chicago at the Majestic Theater. I might have to take Maggie and go make out.
Okay. That'd be a good show.
There will be.
Chicago is
Absolutely.
one of those that you got to see at some point. A lot of live music on at Tuesday. Slim Bob is out at Green Hall. Aztec Theater has Down. Frost Bank Center, Spurs, and Magic on Tuesday night. Bob's Event Center has a Skylit Drive.
Very nice. Lots happening in San Antonio and surrounding areas all weekend long.
What's on Tap brought to you by Sam's Burger Joint. For the full lineup, get your tickets, go see the menu, get to samsburgerjoint.com.
Hello.
Pledge?
You making a phone call, Pledge?
No, I don't. understand what's happening. The phone's just going off.
Dude, Sydney.
Yeah.
That's what's happening. That just ruined everybody.
Oh,
machines and all.
Yeah, well, sometimes there's ghosts in the machines.
Yes.
It does. It does happen. When Sydney, during the break, first came up to tell us she was going to bring us some beer that somebody was sending that over before the end of the show, we were recording what we call our next day promo, where it will run tomorrow all day talking about what we plan on talking about in the show. And, we're in the middle of recording. She walked up, and this is what happened.
Coming up on the Blitz, day 2 in Las Vegas, Circa Las Vegas, and we got a lot to react to.
Yeah, we do. All the action from last night. We'll get you ready for tonight's Sweet 16 games, including the Houston Cougars.
Yes, that's true. All of that. Sorry. Well, how do you work through that? I mean, honestly, I'm a professional and all, but everybody's got their kryptonite.
And if you're on YouTube now, it must be shift change.
Wow. Sure is. And it's getting to be nighttime or afternoon time, and the scenery is improving.
What? Can you concentrate?
No,
for another minute and a half.
Is that all we have?
All you got to do, Brian Eagle, is go 90 strong seconds.
Wow. I'll try. I'll try. Dude, I tell you what. It's why you come to Vegas. It's why Vegas will always be Vegas. Because you can just have fun. Just have fun.
Yeah. The comments on YouTube are great.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going to be inside the sports book for the show. Although we might have to come back out here to the pool. But all these cabanas are sold tomorrow. A lot of people are wanting us to bring back Sydney. By all accounts, after we get done with work, she'll be back. That's why you need to book trips to here, because all the people out here, we're all going to party with Sydney.
Yes.
According to her. So get on out here to Circa Las Vegas, because it is incredible. We've got the 4 games coming up tonight. You'll be able to listen to them right here on 94.1 at San Antonio Sports Star, coming up right after the Blitz goes off the air here in just a couple of minutes. And, all the action tonight. And then, of course, tomorrow, more Sweet 16. As you heard in our next day promo,
Concentrate,
raw version.
Concentrate.
The raw version. It's difficult. I'm really looking forward to that Houston game tomorrow.
Yeah, me too.
We'll talk to you guys tomorrow at 2. Beer time.
Taking you home with the Blitz. Afternoons 2